We're just about ready to kick it off. Before we do, let's go down to the sidelines. We check in with Jack Watson. Happy Thanksgiving, Jack.
Hi, Scott. Hi, family. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And what a unique turkey bowl we have on tap for you today. You said it off the top, Scott. We have two first-time turkey bowl head coaches. We're here on the Calvert Hall sideline right now. So let's start in the red corner with Ty Ward. He's actually right behind me. He's coached as far south as Alabama and Georgia and as far north as Pennsylvania. He brings a great pedigree with him. He played at Lehigh University. And Coach Rich Holzer over on the other sideline, he's no stranger to big Baltimore high school football games. He won 41 games as head coach at Mount St. Joe. Should be a great turkey bowl. And the wind's starting to pick up down here. All due respect to yesterday's 70-degree day, but this is football weather down here in the 40s on the field, Scott.
Yeah, we are ready to go. Thank you, Jack. Loyola will kick off. Calvert Hall won the toss and they deferred. So Jimmy Lazzotti teeing it up for the Dons. Loyola in the white jerseys, Calvert Hall in the Cardinal red. Back deep for Calvert Hall, Chris Hewitt and Harry O'Connell. And Turkey Bowl 105 is underway as Lazzotti boots it downfield. Low squib kick fielded on the 2 from Hewitt. Comes to the near side, has some running room across the 20, across the 30, and finally bumped out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. The kicker, Jimmy Lazzotti, bounced him out, a 39-yard return. And good field position to start Turkey Bowl 105.
Yeah, sometimes those squib kicks can be feast or famine. That was a little bit of a feast by Calvert Hall on that. Nice return by Chris Hewitt, way to hit the edge and get to the outside.
So Calvert Hall, we talked about it in the pregame, they love to run the football. There are the Notre Dame prep quarterback stats. Oliver Knoll, a threat to run. Out of the shotgun. And the quarterback keeps it on the right side, and no room there as he's driven back. Cole Mosier, an A-conference pick, the senior linebacker, 6'1", 230, in on the stop, and you can see he's fired up.
Yeah, it looks like they went with, looks like QB draw to me. It could have been QB power. I couldn't see quite the blocking scheme just yet, but I expect to see a lot of QB power and QB draw today.
Ace Holmes, the running back, number 1. Oliver Knoll, the quarterback, 6'2", 180-pound junior.
Jaden Totten, Washington Jesuit Academy. Josh Ritter, Patterson Mill Middle School.
Michael McKay, Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys.
Mish Morozov, St. Paul School for Boys.
Michael Johnson, Homeschool.
Amar Lanier, Cambridge Middle School.
Ace Holmes, Aberdeen Middle School.
Harrison O'Connell, Halliwells Middle School.
Oliver Knoll, Round Hill Elementary.
So a short gain from Ace Holmes. That was the Wise Market starting lineups.
Yeah, this is where Coach Ward didn't want to be. They're about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 right now. They really do want to stay out of this if their run game's going to be effective. Let's see if they can convert here. And we know there's a good potential. They might go for it on 4th down. They're across the 40. He talked about that. They might not punt it all today. So let's see what happens from that standpoint.
Knoll in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Now flush to his right, has room to run. Here he goes, across midfield, down into Loyola territory, and it's a first down inside the 35-yard line. There is the speed from Oliver Knoll. Talking to Coach Ty Ward, he said he's one of the 3 fastest players on our team.
Yeah, this is exactly what Coach Holzer was worried about, was containing Knoll. And his first chance at 3rd and long, they have a chance to get them into a real compromised position, and what does Knoll do? He uses his legs to get a first down.
And Oliver Knoll started the Turkey Bowl last year, told us he wants to do better. Threw some interceptions in that game, but makes a big play here. 2 running backs now as they line up in a T formation. Holmes and O'Connell alongside the quarterback, Knoll out of the shotgun. And the handoff over left guard. Running out of a tackle is Holmes. Good run there as he gets down to about the 26-yard line, a pickup of 8.
Yeah, it looks like some version of an inside run. What I actually love about this is they went 3 wides. We call this an E package with 2 backs. It spreads out the defense, and it creates a lot of running lanes for the running back.
They look over the sideline. Both head coaches are the play callers for their offenses. 2nd and short, Holmes and O'Connell, the running backs. Knoll going to keep it himself on the right side, and he's stacked up for a loss on the play. Tackled around the 28-yard line. Luke Kirkpatrick along with Sam Levin on the stop. Here's your Wise Market starting lineups.
Yeah, they're still on that kind of what I call E-package.
Riderwood Elementary School. Jason Block, Bel Air Middle School.
Matthew Miranda, St. Margaret's.
Michael Esco, Loyola Blakefield.
Cole Mosier, North Hartford Preschool.
Luke Kirkpatrick, Loyola Blakefield. Sam Lavin, Riderwood.
Ethan Will, St. Ignatius Loyola Academy.
Jack Ridden, Cathedral of Mary Queen.
Logan First, North Hartford Middle School.
Brady Murray, Pelham, New York.
3rd and short. And Femi mentioned certainly 4-down territory here. They'll have 2 shots. Noel looking to throw. Throws it down the middle. Has a man. Touchdown. Misha Morozov had a step or 2 on the defense. And Oliver Noel throws the 28-yard touchdown pass. And Calvert Hall goes right down the field to take a 6-0 lead.
You've really got to look at the touch that he put on this ball. I mean, that was elite level touch right there. You look at the arc on this ball. He dropped it in the basket. I mean, there was a 3-foot radius where that ball would have been perfect. He hit the bullseye on that throw.
Coverage wasn't bad, and now Cole Kantorski on for the point after. High snap, kick is up, and it is good.
Wow.
So an impressive opening drive. 6 plays, 69 yards, just took over 3 minutes. And Femi, we saw Oliver Noel run the ball and then the touchdown pass.
Yeah, no, I was just surprised by the touch. I mean, he has legs and now he's using his arm too.
6-0, 7-0 Calvert Hall with the early lead in Turkey Bowl 105.
A piece of Cardinal history, Monopoly Baltimore edition, available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you?
Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive didn't take long. 6 plays, 69 yards, 3 minutes and 4 seconds, and Calvert Hall with a 7-0 lead on the Noel to Morozov touchdown pass. Well, that's a quick statement from the Cardinals, Femi.
Well, Noel has 50 yards of total offense on that drive. I mean, if he's going to be doing this all day, we're going to be in for a show. We had an explosive start to last year's game. We get an explosive start to this year's game. Let's see what happens between now and the fourth quarter. I think what surprised me, Scott, though, was the touch on that football. I mean, that's an elite level touch on that throw at any level, to be honest.
Yeah, and we were down on the field pregame. He was going into the wind there. The wind kind of left to right as you watch across your screen. Cole Kantorski will kick off for the Cardinals, and back deep for Loyola, Karsten Brown and Braden Pross. Kantorski with a line drive kick. Fielded at the 6-yard line by Brown. And runs into a bunch of red jerseys just short of the 15-yard line. So real good coverage from the Calvert Hall special teams. And now we get our first look at the Loyola offense. Luke Spiker on the tackle after the kickoff. Dons start trailing 7-0. Let's take a look at our Notre Dame Prep quarterback stats right here. Carlos Spencer, some big numbers, throwing for about 270 yards a game. And it's Spencer in the shotgun. The running back is Mason Russell, number 4. This is Russell, and nowhere to go as he's pushed back. Loss of 2 on the play. Sean Parker on the stop.
Yeah, it looks like Loyola's just easing their way into it. I was thinking maybe they'd open up with play action, but hey, you know, let's dip our toe in it and hand it off. A little inside run, and Calvert was ready for it.
Well, we talk about Spencer's passing stats, but Russell has run for over 700 yards this year and averages over 5 yards a carry. Not much going on here as the Calvert Hall defense stuffs him again. It's going to be 3rd and long. Mason Russell stacked up. Here are your Wise Market starting lineups.
Bobby O'Toole, Riderwood Elementary School.
Elias Paul, St. Stephen's School.
Thomas Rosen, Resurrection St. Paul.
Antoine Jackson, St. Ignatius Loyola Academy.
Jason Block, Bel Air Middle School.
Reed Tully, Riderwood Elementary.
Karsten Brown, Limekiln Middle School.
Braden Pross, Bel Air Middle School.
Logan First, North Hartford Middle School. Mason Russell, Blackfield Middle.
Carlos Spencer, I went here for middle school.
3rd and 12. Spencer scrambling and now incomplete, batted by Sean Parker. Parker knocked it down, and it's a 3 and out for the Dons. So this game couldn't start much better for Calvert Hall. They go down the field and score, and now it's a 3 and out for their defense.
Yeah, you know, you see Carlos Spencer using his legs to buy a little bit of time, but Calvert Hall was plastered, and there was really nowhere for him to throw the ball, and there was really nowhere for him to run. So you live to survive another down, and you punt it away.
Lozati to punt, standing about 2 yards deep in his end zone. Preddy and Morozov back deep. Line drive kick fielded just across midfield. This is Preddy. Has some room on the near side, inside the 40, still up, and gets down to the 36-yard line. And a late flag comes in. 43 yards on the punt, 18 yards on the return. Jackson Walkley, he's the long snapper down to make the stop. We got our first penalty of the game. Our referee is Roddy Knapp. See if we can hear him. Fire up that microphone, Roddy.
Red. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So they'll march it back 10 after the illegal block, and Calvert Hall will still have great field position on the Loyola side of the 50-yard line. Holmes and O'Connell, the running backs, and now we've got a. Okay, thought we had a timeout on the field, but apparently we're playing on. It looks like the clock has been stopped. Play on, they say. Okay, let's do it. Calvert Hall on top early. Turkey Bowl 105. Calvert Hall took the football, went right down the field for a 7-0 lead. Oliver Knoll, the quarterback, threw for a touchdown, had a big run on that drive. Hands off here, and pretty good game from O'Connell as he drags a couple of tacklers down near the 41-yard line. 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're in their typical split back set. That was like a nice little lead play right there. And I can definitely see Calvert Hall has the size advantage versus the D-line of Loyola Blakefield.
Yeah, the Calvert Hall offensive line averages 286 across, and they've had some injuries. Esco, that line for Calvert Hall from left to right. Connor Murray, Jack Harper, J.T. Totten, Josh Ritter, and Mike McKay. 2nd down and 4, play action fake. Knoll throwing deep down the middle, and it is caught for a touchdown. Amar Lanier, perfect pass, 41 yards on the score. Now Knoll, the quarterback, is shaken up. He was hit hard and he is down. Oliver Knoll has just thrown his 2nd touchdown of the game. with 6:22 left in the first quarter, but getting attention now as he was hit after he released the football.
You know, this was very similar to the last play. This is a play action. It's a deep post route, and once again, amazing arc on the ball, dropped right in the breadbasket once again. Great catch, great concentration by the receiver.
There's no flag. I want to see what happens.
He gets hit right as he releases it by number 24.
And he stayed up.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was an egregious hit. He just might have just hit the button on him. I'm not sure if it was his chest.
And there was no flag on the play.
No. Like he almost even pulled up when he hit him. It didn't look like it was egregious. And obviously there's no flag,
He's jumping up.
So
yeah. Got it back on his feet.
Maybe he just knocked the wind out of him, potentially.
That would be a good thing. Oliver Knoll looks pretty good as he comes to the sideline. His teammates reaching out to him. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes. We still have 6:22 left in the first quarter.
You know, we were talking about, you know, Carlos's ability to throw the football for Loyola, and Knoll's coming out here and saying, hey, hold my hot chocolate.
Here's Kantorski. What a great story. He is student manager, kicks the extra point. It's up and good. He's a baseball player, came out as the student manager, but the coach saw him kicking around with some of the kickers and said, hey, get a uniform on him. I think he can help us. And Kantorski's extra point makes it 14-0 Calvert Hall. We'll take a timeout. It's Turkey Bowl 105 from Johnny Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University.
Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my Time Saver Traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private.
Here's the Snarsky Landscaping Series history. Loyola leads the all-time series 52-44 with 8 ties. Last year it came down to a 4th quarter field goal as Loyola won that one. Loyola's won 3 of the last 4, but the yings and yangs of this series, prior to that, Calvert Hall had won 10 of 11.
Yeah, so Calvert Hall, 2 series, 8 plays, 16 yards already.
Wow, that's all you could say. They have gone to work. This is Brown on the return. And not much room for him as he's tackled just across the 15-yard line. So right now, Loyola's been punched in the nose, Fem. They need a little spark, right?
Yeah, it looks like Calvert Hall has all the energy at the moment.
Yeah, let's go down to the sidelines. Jack Watson has got some information after Oliver Knoll was injured.
Hey, Scott, yeah, I just had the chance to talk to Oliver Knoll just on the sideline over here. He said he just had the wind knocked out of him. He's okay. He's watching film on the sideline. Looks like he'll be ready to go.
Perfect. Good news for quarterback who's come out on fire here with 2 touchdown passes in the early going. And we came in and we said, hey, Calvert Hall's that team that wants to run the ball. That's kind of their MO. Loyola's the team that wants to pass the ball. So far, it's been just the opposite.
Exactly, yeah. And I think the issue is, obviously Knowles 2 for 2, 16 yards passing and 2 touchdowns already. And he's used his arm and his legs to move the ball down the field.
All right, we'll take a timeout. Calvert Hall on top of Loyola, 14-0. First quarter, Turkey Bowl, 105.
Boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored.
Our gramophone fan cam. Not bad. It's a little chilly. Football weather, about 40 degrees. There's the Cardinal having a good time. How about those guys without the shirts, fam? Is that a good way to dress?
To be 16, 17, or 18, I guess, right?
Yeah. Well, it's been all Calvert Hall in the early going. The Cardinals with 2 touchdown passes have jumped on top 14-0. Carlos Spencer now empty backfield. Takes the snap. Throws across the field and a good catch just across the 20. Short gain on the play, but Evan Jackson with some nice hands there.
Yeah, and you definitely see the arm talent right there. And they were pure 5 wides. Oh, it was incomplete. Oh. Ball was a little high. I thought he had possessed it, but I guess not.
Let's take a look at our Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. It did not take long. 2 plays, 47 yards, all of 54 seconds. Knoll to Lanier for the touchdown. 2nd and 10. Jaden Harper, the running back, 5'9", 180-pound senior. He gets the handoff and squirts just across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Dylan Hardy on the stop. Hardy, an all-conference run stuffer, 6'1", 305 pounds. He's just a sophomore. He'll be playing major college football. 3rd down and 10. Spencer, the sophomore quarterback, in the gun. 3 wide receivers to his right. Steps up looking to run, and he is tackled well short of the first down marker at the 20-yard line. Karsten Hall on the stop. And for the 2nd straight time, it's 3 and out. Let's take a look at our Wise Market starting lineup.
Xavier Melvin, Loyola Blakefield. Dylan Hardy, Lot Reed Technical Academy.
Tristan Moody, Mother Seton Academy.
Carter Beck, Lot Reed Middle School.
Sean Parker, St. Casimir's Middle School.
Michael Sawar, Pikesville Middle School.
Luke Spiker, Hereford Middle School.
Jordan Hicks, Lot Reed Technical Academy.
Michael Johnson, Homeschool. Chris Hewitt, Perry Hall Middle School. Corbin Hicks, Greater Grace Christian Academy.
Lozati to punt, standing at his own 5-yard line. Gets the right foot in. Oh, it's a good one. Drives it way downfield. Hits on the 30 and tackled immediately is Preddy. 55-yard punt. Michael Esco down there on the tackle. And a little better field position for the Dons with the big punt, but Calvert Hall takes over. They're on top 14-0.
And this could be the momentum swing that Loyola's been waiting for. We know how these games can go, right? It seems like it's all going one way, and before you know it, just like a quick wind change, right? Before you know it, the other team has the momentum. This could be the start for something on Loyola on defense.
And good to see Oliver Knoll is back at quarterback after he was shaken up. Today's live streaming on WMAR2news.com/live is brought to you by Calvert Hall College. Holmes and O'Connell in the backfield with the quarterback Oliver Knoll. Handoff right up the middle. That's O'Connell. Short gain as he gets near the 30-yard line. Picked up 4. Jason Block on the stop.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to stick with their bread and butter, that kind of nice little inside zone play, and then before you know it, play action over the top again. That seems to be the recipe today. So you have Calvert Hall has 120 total yards, Loyola 1 yard.
They need to.
Well, Loyola's issue is it's about kind of finding that sweet spot of momentum. It's a dance, you know, when you're running the run and shoot.
On the ground, and a short gain across the 30, up around the 31-yard line. That's Knoll with Jason Block on the stop.
See, Calvert Hall loves this. You know, they're basically in 3rd and 4. I mean, this is perfect for them. They get a couple yards here. Maybe they go play action right here and go over the top again. We'll see.
Preddy checks in as a wide out. 4 wides with Ace Holmes in the backfield with Oliver Knoll. 3:20 to play first quarter. Calvert Hall 2 touchdown passes from Oliver Knoll on top 14-0. Knoll sets, throws, and it's incomplete. Morozov, the intended receiver, and now the Calvert Hall punt team comes on.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Michael Esco. You know, he kind of dropped back in the zone, saw the ball thrown behind him, and just kind of dropped back and batted it down. And I think prior to that, Calvert Hall was 2 for 2 on 3rd down.
Petrino to punt. Cross back deep for the Dons. High snap, and he does get it off. A short kick. Bounces into the Calvert Hall player at about the 49-yard line. That was Karsten Hall. So Loyola will have good field position, only 21 yards on that punt. And let's turn back the clock with a Turkey Bowl flashback from the year 2000.
Davison Brown in the backfield, quarterback option on the keeper. Fumble! He caught it, scored! He caught the fumble and scored the touchdown! Fullback Sebastian Price, is he in? Yes, he is. Guidera with the snap. Still has the football under pressure, incomplete. Calvert Hall wins.
Oh, a walk-off winner in that one 25 years ago. Some of the history of this series, it's now 105 years old. Braden Pross on the reception. Gets it inside the 45-yard line. It's marked at the 44. 2nd and about 3. Don's trying to answer after Calvert Hall jumps out 14-0. Russell is the running back, sets up to the right of Carlos Spencer. Spencer trying to keep it, uses his speed to get outside, but short of the first down as he's run out of bounds near the 43-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like a miscommunication in the backfield. You can see Carlos, you know, telling the running back, hey, he might have went the wrong direction, I think. And remember, you know, Coach Holzer is wagging the play in from the sideline. He's using hand signals, right? That's a real distinct part of the run and shoot offense. And for it to work, you got to find a rhythm, and they just haven't found the rhythm yet. And once they do, it can be a waterfall.
3rd and short, empty backfield. Spencer throws near side. It's caught. That's a first down, and I think he stepped out of bounds. Logan first on the reception, but it's a first down for Loyola, their first of the game. down to the 35-yard line of Calvert Hall.
I mean, look at this release. I mean, I think it was an 8-yard. How many yards was that reception for? It was a first down, I know that, but he stepped out of bounds. 8-yard gain. Great touch by the quarterback. Puts the ball in a perfect position for him to make a move upfield.
First who caught that pass, caught a 37-yard touchdown in the first quarter of last year's Turkey Bowl. On the ground, not much happening for Russell off a right guard, gets a couple. Quincy Barney on the stop, the sophomore for Calvert Hall.
Yeah, when the run and shoot is in full swing, you know, they're gonna hand the ball off just to keep the defense honest, but you know what they want to do. They want to move the ball down the field with the receiver, using the quarterback's vision and intelligence to play point guard.
Stan White, the defensive coordinator for Calvert Hall, trying to dial up a defense against an offense that they haven't seen this year, that somebody that throws the ball as much as Loyola does. Second down, rolling out is Spencer. Throws short, it's caught. Short gain on the play. Russell, the running back, on the catch, but well defended.
Yeah, what I like about Calvert Hall on defense right there is they plastered the guys down the field, and what I love about what Carlos Spencer did is that was his third read. You know, you saw he had a guy running an out, and he had another guy running like a 9 route, and then he had a drag late, and he hit his drag late. I mean, for a sophomore in high school to hit his third receiver, that's serious business.
Third down and 6. Spencer looks over to his bench, gets the signal, sets, throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Logan First behind him, and now it'll be 4th down.
I couldn't tell if that was 4 stop routes, but they spread the field out right there. He actually had his inside receiver on the right hash open, but I think he probably predetermined that throw from what it looked like to me.
Well, his main man is Braden Pross. Pross with over 1,100 receiving yards this year, averaging 20 yards a catch. There's the 4th down conversions. Here we go. 4th down, in the gun. Spencer over the middle, complete. He's got a first down. 20, 15, and out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Levi Axe, the freshman, on the catch, and a big gain.
Yeah, that was about a 4-yard route that he turned into a 22-yard gain. Once again, Carlos Spencer was patient. He waited for his drag route to come open, and he got lost in the mix. Calvert Hall lost him in the mix as he crossed the field. Wide open, turns it upfield. First down.
What a thrill for that kid. Freshman playing in the Turkey Bowl and making a big play there. And see him get pushed out of bounds. We're in the Mercy High School red zone. Brady Mern now has checked in. He's at quarterback. So a little package here. Mern, the safety, and a whistle. We get a timeout from Calvert Hall, maybe? Yeah, they saw something different, and they said, wait a minute, we need to make an adjustment here. I guess that was a little Wildcat family.
Yeah, definitely Wildcat right there. I want to go back to that last play. You know, I think at all levels, when you have crossers that are, you know, kind of short and underneath the linebacker depth, they get lost real easily. It doesn't matter what level you play at. And for Carlos Spencer to, you know, I've seen him a couple times now be able to kind of wait out the routes and then hit the underneath route. You know, he's looking downfield, and there you go. You have your freshman number 9 who probably didn't think he was going to be catching a football today. And here he is making a big play.
Just saw Ty Ward before that, the new head coach. Young man, just 33 years old, but a pretty impressive resume. He's coached high school ball in Pennsylvania, where he was the East Pennsylvania Coach of the Year, coached in Alabama, coached college football at Lehigh and Franklin and Marshall.
Yeah, he said he's a big, you know, Coach Saban disciple, loves the way that Coach Saban, you know, orchestrated things at Alabama.
Spencer back at quarterback now. Sophomore takes the snap, has some room, runs right up the middle, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. Carlos Spencer, he's done a whole lot with his arm this season, but does it with his legs this time, right up the middle for 6.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to figure out if that was a called delay right there. Or, actually, no, it wasn't. He actually, well, you know what? It's hard to tell, actually, but, oh, is there
we got a flag down in the end zone. Let's see what this is.
Maybe celebration? Touchdown.
Touchdown, okay.
the way that play came together, I can't tell if that was designed that way or if he just saw a lane and took off, but 9-yard touchdown run for him.
Jimmy Lizotti on for the point after. Spencer on that drive was 4 for 5 for 39 yards, and then he runs it in for the touchdown. We might have a shootout here, Femi. 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm still really curious if that was a dialed-up QB draw. It didn't look like it based on the way the linemen were pass protecting, but.
Lizotti's kick is up, and it's good. Lizotti's hit 7 of 9 field goals this year, 29 of 31 point afters, and Loyola's on the board. It's 14-7 Calvert Hall with 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's their scoring drive, 8 plays, 51 yards. Spencer on the 9-yard run for the touchdown, took 2 minutes and 45 seconds. The Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive.
Yeah, that feels like a special teams momentum play to me. I noted that right before that drive started. They get the punt, and you know, it seemed like everything was going Calvert Hall's way earlier. And here we are now with a 14-7 game.
Well, we said, you know, they needed a spark. They got punched in the nose. It was bang, bang, 14-0. They had 2 3-and-outs. Nothing going their way. What was that yardage you had earlier? 109 to 1.
Yeah, it was 100. Yeah, exactly. But you know, remember they got that really long punt, and they kind of got Calvert Hall backed up. Calvert Hall couldn't go for it on 4th down. They bat the ball down to convert. Calvert Hall kicks a short punt, and then what happens? You know, Carlos Spencer ends up 4 for 5 for 39 yards, and then a 9-yard rushing touchdown to cap it off on a short field.
We saw that penalty in the end zone, so Loyola will kick off from the 50 instead of the 40. Jimmy Lizotti, I imagine he could pound this one into the end zone. No, it was going to squib it. And we got a whistle. Play was stopped. Guess we'll do it again. Not sure why. No penalties, but
And Scott, you know, you've seen this for a long time when you call games in the NFL. It just takes one big play, and it's often a special teams play that does it. People don't realize what a momentum swing a great special teams play can do at every level of football, and here we are seeing it again today.
Remember the block punts last year in the Turkey Bowl were big, big plays. Lizotti will boot it again. Final seconds of the first quarter. Calvert Hall on top 14-7. This time, a little more conventional. Kicks it right out of the stadium almost. So a touchback, and Calvert Hall takes over with just 11 seconds to play in the quarter.
And the quarter flew by.
Did a lot of big plays. That man made 2 of them. Oliver Knoll with a couple of touchdown passes here. We talked to him Monday, Femi, over at Channel 2, and talked about last year and said, oh, I got to play better. Threw a couple of picks last year in this game. And
no, he was ready. He's
still just a junior.
He had his head screwed on straight for this game for sure. I could tell how serious he was when we were sitting in the office, he and I talking.
Ready to go. So they start from the 20, first down and on the ground. Outside, some running room, and then tackled up near the 23-yard line. That's Atlas Gore, junior running back, 22 carries, 155 yards, averages 7 yards a carry.
Yeah.
And it looks like he was injured on the play.
I mean, Brady Mern, I believe, made that tackle. I mean, he ran him down. I mean, that was, I thought the running back was going to pull away, but I was actually surprised by the closing speed.
And that ends the first quarter. So, pretty wide open first quarter. 3 touchdowns on the board. Calvert Hall on top. 14-7 after 1. It's Turkey Bowl 105 from Johnny Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University.
Takes to protect this house.
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit.
Well, they're the first quarter stats, and a lot of big plays. 21 points on the board, Femi.
Yeah, you know, I think last year's game, points were at a premium, right? 17-14 right here. We're 14-7 already at the end of the first quarter.
Calvert Hall has the football. 2nd down and 8, just across the 20-yard line. Knoll in the gun, hands it off. This is Ace. He's got some room. He can run. Ace Holmes. 40, 30, they're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Calvert Hall. Ace Holmes took off, and nobody could catch him. 78 yards on the score, and Calvert Hall doing it in the air and now on the ground.
Yeah, Calvert Hall using those bigger bodies. Watch him break through the line of scrimmage right here, and there's nobody there. He gets past the linebackers, and there's no one there. You know, he breaks it outside, cuts it inside, right down the middle of the field, and that's it.
Kantorski with the point after. It is up and good. So that took all of, 15 seconds to get another one. So Loyola kind of answered after they were down 14-0, and Calvert Hall jumps on him with a 78-yard touchdown run from Ace Holmes. We'll take a timeout.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect?
Okay.
Hey, Scott. Hey, Femi. I have a quick update on Karsten Brown, number 3, over on the Loyola sideline. He will not return to the game with no specifics to report after he was shaken up on special teams about halfway through the first quarter after the second Calvert Hall touchdown. Scott.
All right, thank you, Jack. 21-7. Calvert Hall scoring in the air, on the ground. Our Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. We've had some quick ones, 2 plays. 80 yards, 26 seconds. That's pretty efficient, Femi.
I mean, hey, Ace Holmes reminded me of one of my old teammates, Priest Holmes, with that run, right?
Yeah. Well, Ace Holmes had a nice year, 758 total yards for him. He's an all-A-conference pick. Averages 6.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, we featured O'Connell in our opener, but looks like Holmes, and I know they both can do it. Obviously, they're both going to get their fair share of carries.
Kind of a two-headed monster.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And I think what's clear to me, Scott, is that, I think Calvert Hall definitely seems to have the size advantage in the trenches. But, these things can change really quickly. But as of right now, the momentum was just taken right back by Calvert Hall in that big run.
Mason Russell back on the kickoff return unit after the injury, and going to have to put a holder on this one. Michael Johnson will hold, and here it comes. Pretty good kick. All the way down to the goal line. Pross will take the touchback. It'll come out to the 20.
Yeah, it definitely feels to me like there's an advantage for Calvert Hall in the special teams game so far overall. I'm not sure if that's a physical advantage or just a momentum and psychological advantage. It's always hard with high school athletes to know.
Well, they had a big punt earlier in the game that changed field position.
Yep. That was a momentum changer for Loyola on their to lead to their scoring drive when they stopped Calvert Hall on their possession.
So now there's Carlos Spencer, the super sophomore. He'll go to the work. A lot of big schools interested in him already, just a sophomore, South Carolina among them. Jaden Harper is the running back. And Harper gets the handoff, finds some room, breaks a tackle, and gets up to about the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. Luke Spiker, the linebacker, on the stop. Spiker, a captain for the Cardinals.
Yeah, all this was is a nice little inside zone play. And basically the back can take it anywhere he wants to. And look at them. He puts a little move on, makes a couple guys miss, and turns something that didn't look like much into a nice little gain.
7 yards on the pickup, 2nd down and 3. Spencer with Harper in the backfield with him. Pross goes in motion. Throws over the middle and complete to Pross. Pross all the way down to the 45-yard line of Calvert Hall. So that's the combination. Spencer to Pross. They've been clicking all year. Braden Pross, 57 catches for over 1,100 yards, nearly 20 yards
look
reception.
Look at the way that Spencer delivers this ball. Right into the hole. Pross catches it, makes his move.
No huddle. They hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Fake the handoff, throw near side. That's complete. Down to the 35-yard line is Pross. So back-to-back catches from Braden Pross. And talking to Stan White, the Calvert Hall defensive coordinator, he said, we're going to have 2 guys have to keep an eye on him. He's not easy to cover just one-on-one.
Yeah, and this is the thing about the run and shoot. You see they're starting to find a rhythm right now, and it comes in bunches. Let's see if they can continue that right here. I mean, they're basically second in what, a half a yard here?
Harper's the running back. He takes the handoff near side. Inside the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. Dylan Hardy on the stop for the Cardinals. That's a 1st down. They'll move the sticks.
I mean, that play was converted, but you would love to see, hey, it's 2nd and short, let's just get the 1st down. I think sometimes when you bounce things out, you can get caught in the backfield while you're trying to find a run lane. I think knowing down and distance, and this, these are younger kids. They're going to learn as they get older, but sometimes you just want to get the 1st down and get that new set of downs going.
Last year's game was won by Loyola 17-14. I think those points will be exceeded in this one, the way these offenses are moving. Now we've got timeout called. Rich Holzer, head coach, out on the field. Maybe the play clock was getting down, but he didn't like something, call the timeout.
Yeah, I think Coach Holzer, obviously he's calling the plays, right? And with this run and shoot, I think he needed to get familiar with what Calvert Hall was doing. And I think as he sees kind of the calls and the way they're kind of handling Carlos Spencer and the receivers like Pross, he's going to have an answer to getting the ball to their best players.
All right, let's give you another Turkey Bowl flashback. Let's go back to the year 2001.
From 24 yards out, left side, snap a little low, but gets a foot into it, and it's good. 29-yard attempt is up, and it's good, and we're tied at 3. First and goal, handoff, end zone, touchdown, Calvert Hall.
We saw Coach Joe Brune there as Dylan Hardy records a sack for Calvert Hall. Took Spencer down. We lost Coach Brune earlier this week, and what a legend he has been, and his history all over this Turkey Bowl. We'll have more on Coach Brune throughout the game. Second and very long. Ball's at the 40-yard line. They need to get down to about the 23 for a first down. Quick throws, complete. This is first. Not much room as he tries to cut back, and he's tackled down around the 38-yard line. Manny Beck, the freshman, on the stop, as well as Mikey Sarwa.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that play was designed to come all the way back across the field. I know it was a quick screen, but it looks like he came right back into the traffic as he caught that ball.
Third down, Spencer in the gun. Has some time, now looking to run, stops and throws, and it is incomplete. Logan First diving, trying to come up with the football.
Yeah.
Mike Johnson, good coverage.
Yeah, that to me looked like a lot of sit routes. A lot of, it didn't seem like there was anybody going vertical on that. And then Carlos Spencer never really got his feet underneath him when he tried to deliver that football.
So fourth down and a bunch. They'll go for it. Too long for a field goal. Too short for a punt, I guess. They have to get down to about the 23-yard line on fourth down. Cross in motion. Spencer sets, has pretty good time over the middle, deflected and incomplete. And Calvert Hall will take over on downs. Sean Parker, that's the second time in this game that he has knocked down a pass.
Yeah, it looks like Parker's just sitting in the zone. He sees Carlos looking down, Spencer looking downfield, then he comes back across and bats that ball down.
So a turnover for the Dons. Cardinals take over on downs with 8:26 to play in the second quarter. Calvert Hall on top, 21-7. Timeout on the field. You're watching Turkey Bowl 105 from Johnny Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the fourth consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-TV.
Today's live streaming on WMAR2news.com/live is brought to you by Calvert Hall College. Calvert Hall Cardinal happy. Team's up 21-7 in the 105th Turkey Bowl. Calvert Hall with the ball now. They start on their own 38-yard line. They took over on downs. O'Connell's the running back. He gets stacked up right near the line of scrimmage. Luke Kirkpatrick, the junior linebacker, there to meet him. Luke Kirkpatrick, an interesting guy. Says he caught an 8-foot shark. He's a 2-handicap golfer, which is really good. And he also has a 4.8 grade point average, which I thought like 4 was almost perfect, right?
Well, kids can get like a 5.0 GPA these days, you know.
Snodgrass now the center for Calvert Hall. Hole on 2nd and 9. Has some time. Now he's going to run it, and he's forced out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. Run out of bounds by Cole Mosier.
Yeah, it looked like there were some receivers downfield. They were plastered pretty well by Loyola. And I think the quarterback is making smart decisions today.
Mosier, who made that tackle, 90 tackles on the season. He had over 100 last year as a junior.
Yeah, I don't think Noel's taken a sack today. I know he was hit on one of those touchdown throws, got the wind knocked out of him. But other than that, he's been pretty clean.
Pretty well protected.
Yeah.
Yep. 3rd down and 8. Calvert Hall from their own 40-yard line. Noel sets, a little flip to the near side. It's complete to O'Connell. He's got a first down into Loyola territory down to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and that looked like a design kind of swing. You know, it's basically an extended kind of screen route.
Pass was
screen
tipped,
throw,
but he got it to where he wanted it.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. That was actually a pretty good job by Loyola's D-line, but they had the right play call on.
Cardinals trying to add to a 21-7 lead. Running back to each side of Oliver Noel. Hands off, up the middle, short gain. That's Ace Holmes, who had the long touchdown run. Not this time. Brady Mern among those waiting for him, just inside the 40-yard line.
You know, once again, that's that little inside zone play. And I think what they do is they keep kind of showing that, and then they turn that into a play-action play when they go over the top. It seems to be their recipe on offense. And one more thing about that last play by Noel, you know, Loyola got pressure, and he knew exactly where his check down was. That's great. That's really good for a young quarterback.
Holmes 4 rushes for 90 yards. The big one, the 78-yard touchdown runs. Both Holmes and O'Connell in the backfield this time. This is Holmes. Pretty good move that time. Pushes the pile down close to the first down marker. Mosier brings him down. Just short of the first down.
Yeah. So I think Holmes is approaching 100 yards pretty quick here. That was a good job on that lead play. Once again, you know, leaning on their big fellas up front, using that size advantage that they have. And now here they are, third and a half yard.
Noel looking to the sideline for the play call. No huddle. They went right to the line of scrimmage.
I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot here, Scott.
Nope, they're on the ground. O'Connell, and he's got the first down near the 30. Mosier on the stop, but it's another first down for Calvert Hall.
Yeah, I feel like it's 21-7. You know, you go a little play action right there, and you really try to make them pay. But I like that. I like being methodical. It's 3rd and a half yard. Get the first down. Now you got four plays to do something, and you know they're not punting right here. They may not even kick a field goal.
Some changes for Calvert Hall. Atlas Gore checks in to the backfield, and Coleman also in at tight end. 1st and 10. A little stumble there on the handoff, and Gore dropped for a short loss. Kirkpatrick, the linebacker, in and grabs his ankle.
Yeah, it looked like, first of all, the QB and the running back got their feet crossed
Coleman,
up.
Yeah. He's on his feet trying to walk it off. Training staff will help him off. Coleman, 6'2", 240-pound senior. You don't want to miss this game, right? You don't want to miss any game. If you only have so many, high school kids play 10, 11 games generally, but they live for this one.
Yeah, I mean, people always ask, you know, what's the biggest game you played in? Well, the one I'm playing today, right?
That's it.
So they want to be out there.
But if it's the Turkey Bowl,
then that even adds a little something extra to it.
Holmes and O'Connell in the backfield. 8th play of the drive started on their own 38-yard line. Cole looking to throw. Now he's got some room to run, and he will. 30, 25, and down at about the 22-yard line, just short of a first down. Brady Mern on the stop for the Dons.
Yeah, I mean, they got quick pressure right away. Flush Knoll out to the right. I think Knoll was looking downfield to see if he could deliver the ball to somebody, but, you know, just buying time. They plastered well on the Loyola side, and, you know, he still turned that into a nice gain.
Yeah, he's got some good speed. Sam Lavin applied the pressure on that play. So it's 3rd and about 2. The sun peeking through the clouds here at Towson University. Down on the sidelines. A timeout called. We see Coleman running down on the track here, and it looks like he's pretty good. Probably see him back in the game.
Yeah.
Got a timeout called. Calvert Hall leads Loyola 21-7. Turkey Bowl 105. Happy Thanksgiving.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on
Let's take a look at our Kelly Benefits play the first half.
Yeah, you know, Holmes basically looked like he was about to take an inside zone right there. He bounces it outside, and there's literally nobody at the second level, and he runs away from everyone.
Made it look easy. Ace in the place for 6. Pretty good dance, fam. Not bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. 6 offensive linemen here. Calvert Hall brings in the beef. 3rd and short. Knoll under center, hands off, and that should be enough for the first down. Harrison O'Connell, the senior running back.
Little extracurricular stuff happening in the secondary, I see.
Getting a little chippy.
Little judo throws. Well, it's pretty clear that Calvert Hall is basically saying, hey, we're not going to let them have another possession if we can. We're going to just use our size and just slowly grind this ball into the end zone.
Calvert Hall, 205 yards total offense here in the first half. 3:03 clock running in the first half. They're in the Mercy High School red zone now, just inside the 20. Holmes and O'Connell in the backfield with Knoll. Knoll going to keep it off right guard, plenty of room, 10-5, touchdown. Yeah, Oliver Knoll has thrown 2 touchdowns, now he's run for 1.
Yeah, I mean, that was just pure QB power right here. Watch this. It's either QB draw or QB power. I can't see from the, there's no back. Oh, here we go right here. Yep. Basically like a QB power. He has both backs blocking. Yep. Ace Holmes leading. The other back was basically blocking the edge. I mean, they flooded that area of the line with so many players. There was just nobody there to make a tackle at that point.
And Cole Kantorski converts the point after. And it's been all Calvert Hall so far in this first half. The Cardinals up 28-7.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that
Oliver Knoll,
yeah,
he's feeling it.
You literally are in my head right now. He's playing a heck of a game. After our conversation with him on Monday, I'm not surprised to see how well he's playing based on how focused he was. And Coach Ward was pretty clear about his speed and his ability to use his legs, but he's used his arm and his legs today.
I want to give a shout out to a Calvert Hall athlete who's watching today. Brooks Manning was the MIA Golfer of the Year. He's been in Johns Hopkins for a couple of weeks now, battling an illness. Think he's watching the game today, so if you are, Brooks, get well. You got a lot of people pulling for you. 10 plays, 62 yards on that drive with a 19-yard touchdown run from Oliver Knoll. Well, we came in knowing there was a real talented quarterback on the Loyola side. Oliver Knoll says, don't forget about me, right?
Yeah, no, he's definitely been the star of the game so far. You know, him and Holmes have really kind of put their fingerprints on this game.
And Torski boots it down near the goal line. This is Pross on the return, and he's hit as he reaches the 15-yard line. Calvert Hall special teams have been very good covering kicks.
They've been excellent.
Sean Parker.
Yeah, I mean, I think Calvert Hall's had to at least double them up on offense and time of possession based on what we've seen so far today in this first half.
Here's your Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive, 10, 62 yards. Knoll on a 19-yard run for the touchdown.
And to your point earlier, Scott, we're at 35 total points already eclipsing last year's game of 31 points.
Spencer throwing on first down. It is incomplete. Sean Parker. Russell was the intended receiver.
Yeah, I mean, Calvert Hall is doing a really good job. I mean, they just keeping Loyola completely out of rhythm right now.
Down 28-7, some urgency for the Dons with 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
And if you look, I mean, they're only rushing 3 guys right now. They're dropping 8 guys into coverage. I mean, oh, wow, that was a heck of a throw. My goodness, I thought that was an interception when I saw it leave his hand. I mean, he threaded the needle. Yeah.
Evan Jackson on the reception. That's a first down across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
There was about a 3-foot window for him to place that football. I really thought it was an interception when it left his hand. He puts it right in between all those players. Wow, 4 people surrounding the receiver. Yeah, hey, heck of a throw.
Russell stopped after a short gain. Sean Parker, we've called his name a lot today. 2 batted passes, a bunch of tackles.
Yeah, I think he has 6 tackles today. So maybe someone can check that stat for me. Sean Parker's everywhere.
2nd and 9. Spencer with Russell in the backfield. Sets, throws underneath, and a nice catch across the 40 up near midfield is Braden Pross. So you can see why he is the top receiver in the state.
See, you know, it's always interesting when teams decide to kind of, you know, play coverage and not bring pressure. And, you know, Calvert Hall is basically dropping 8 and rushing 3. And this is some of the most success that Loyola's had.
Play action fake, throwing deep down the far sideline. It is dropped in and out of the hands. Thought he had it. Logan first slaps himself on the helmet. He knows that should have been a catch.
What a throw, my goodness. A little token fake. The ball is put in a perfect place right on the outside. Oh man, he's gonna want that one back.
Second down and 10. Minute 30 to play first half. Calvert Hall on top 28-7. Spencer in the pocket, finds some room now. Looks downfield, throws, a little back shoulder, but incomplete, pretty good coverage. Brandon Pross, the intended receiver.
Yeah, you know what I'm noticing is that when Carlos Spencer has his feet set, my goodness, the ball is delivered accurately and on time. And obviously, like any young player, when you have him on the move, he's a little bit less accurate. But that's just a little bit more time in the weight room, growing into his frame. I think he'll be fine in the long run, but really talented though. Spencer's 9 of 17 for 110 yards so far today.
Empty set on 3rd down and 10. And time called. Calvert Hall took a timeout there.
Yeah. That was smart. You can't take them with you, right? You know, you're up 28-7. Let's get a reset, because it looks like there's a few more open receivers than they probably like from Coach Ward's perspective.
We talked about Ty Ward, and this is the first time in nearly 60 years that we've had 2 first-year coaches. As you look at Rich Holzer on the other side.
I think the thing that impressed me with Coach Ward.
And then you have these guys, right? I think the lettering is running a little bit. I'm not sure. That probably says Loyola or Don somewhere in there. $1:20 left in the first half. Calvert Hall on top 28-7. Loyola trying to get on the board before the end of the half. Spencer steps up, going to run. He's got the first down inside the 40, down near the 37-yard line. 15 yards on the run.
Yeah, Calvert Hall did a great job in coverage right here. I'd love to see some of these routes convert to out routes or up routes. They're kind of sitting in a zone and they're not open, and then, you know, the quarterback is stuck looking, and then obviously he's going to use his legs.
Empty backfield, and it's incomplete over the middle, intended for first.
Yeah, that was a risky throw right there.
Mike Sarwa on the coverage for Loyola. 47 seconds to play. Loyola's won 3 of the last 4 Turkey Bowls. Prior to that, Calvert Hall had won 10 of 11. Last year's game came down to a 4th quarter field goal as Loyola won 17-14. 2nd and 10, 47 seconds left in the half. Spencer rolling, looking downfield, motions, now he's going to run it. Down near the 25-yard line, runs out of bounds and stops the clock with 38 seconds.
So Calvert Hall made that change. They went from that 3-rush set to a 4-rush set. They got pressure, but they didn't keep contained. That was the issue, but it was the right play call on defense.
It is a first down, first down for the Dons. 10 yards on the gain, so Spencer, you need to contain him, but you need to put some pressure on him too, because he can throw the football. Gets it off in a hurry. This time it is complete. That's Evan Jackson. Clock running, and now stopped with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, another first down.
Yeah, set the sticks.
See, this is the kind of mode that Loyola wants to be in. This is where they excel on offense.
Over the middle, and it's caught, touchdown. Logan First on the grab, and a big touchdown for the Dons as they get into the end zone with just 17 seconds left in the first half.
It's very rare that you potentially drop a touchdown and then you're able to make up for it later. He's going to sleep a lot better tonight.
Yeah, good point, Fammy.
And look at the concentration. First of all, look at this throw. This is an excellent throw. Puts it right over the hand of the D lineman.
Almost got batted down, yeah.
And First kept all eyes on it, used his body to make sure there was no deflections or drops there. Good job. And you can see the sigh of relief on First.
Lozati for the point after. And it is up and good. So you're still down 14, Femi, but a big score to get you some momentum and make you feel like you're back in the game.
Yeah, I think it would have been psychologically a big difference between being down 21 and being down 14.
Just 17 seconds left in the half. Both teams moving the ball in this game. The offense getting the best of the defense.
And I also think that Loyola gets the ball to start the second half, so they can go two for one right there.
Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive, a good one, 11 plays, 85 yards, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. You said they had some tempo, the run and shoot at its best, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think that's kind of the rhythm they want to get into. And once they kind of find what's working, then they can find different ways of getting back to the same holes in that coverage, in that zone coverage. And they were able to do it right there.
Saw Coach Rich Holzer, 5 years at Northern in Calvert, where they won a state championship. He won the 3A state championship in 21, was the district coach of the year. 5 years here in the Baltimore area at Mount St. Joe's, went 41-16 there. Also coached at Meade and Parkdale, so the new head coach of the Loyola Dons, Rich Holzer. Squib kick, and this one's going to go out of bounds. Penalty marker down.
Well, I think the issue with that now, the ball, is the ball going to go out to the 40?
See where they mark it.
Yeah, it's either going to be
Ty
at the
Ward.
35 or the 40.
I think it's 35.
35, yeah.
Calvert Hall will be taking the ball to the 35-yard line.
Yep, on the 35. 1st and 10. And if you're Calvert Hall, you just kind of running this one out and going in, or
I mean, you can take one shot and see what happens.
Shot, yeah.
I think they're probably not. Oh, it looks like they're
like a victory
yeah,
formation.
They're in a big formation, yeah.
Noel takes the knee, and that should do it for the first half. Well, it's been anything but boring, Femi. Up and down the field, big plays.
There's been a lot of points. I think Noel's come out and done a great job. Holmes has done a great job. Carlos Spencer has shown why he's so heavily recruited. Pross has made some big catches. First had a big catch to end the half. Big special teams plays and momentum swings. I mean, hey, this is an entertaining game.
Time for the Holland Shades Auto Coach's Corner. Let's go down to Jack. Okay, we're waiting on the coach. He'll be there in a second. Coming across the field, we'll hear from the Loyola side first. Rich Holzer is with Jack. Let's go down.
Good to see you too.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Rich Holzer. Hey, how about that 2-minute drill from your quarterback, Carlos Spencer?
Yeah, he did a great job engineering the drive. You know, we just went back to basics. I think we got a little too cute in the first half. You know, 3 weeks to prepare. I think I just outthought myself, but we went back to basics.
Down 2 scores going into the second half here. What's going to be your message in the locker room?
First drive, put one in, we're down 1, back in the ball game.
And what else do you have to do to sort of get right here?
We just have to stop making silly mistakes. Everything that they're not beating us right now, we're beating ourselves. Missed tackles for long runs. We're busting coverages, giving them deep passes. So if we play within ourselves, we'll be fine.
All right, Coach, thank you. Best of luck to you and the Dons. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you very much. Roll Dons.
All right, Coach Rich Holzer experiencing his first Turkey Bowl as head coach of the Loyola Dons. Calvert Hall has the halftime lead. It's 28-14. Turkey Bowl 105.
Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
We're at halftime. Calvert Hall on top of Loyola 28-14 in the 105th Turkey Bowl. What do football and chorus have in common? At Calvert Hall, it's Michael McKay. Rick White has that story.
Okay, I got a story for you. Now, a football player also is singing in chorus. Sounds like High School Musical. Well, at Calvert Hall, Michael McKay hits all the right notes.
Away, Santiana.
So you think that football and chorus would be enough for Michael, but he's got a weighted 96 GPA and is taking Advanced Placement Economics, Spanish 4, Biomedical Science, and is a member of the National Honor Society. But as for football and chorus, they have more in common than you think.
With football, my coach talked about us being a chain and how if one link is not properly attached, the chain's broken. Same thing with chorus. If somebody isn't on the right note or pitch, we all sound bad. So it's kind of like a one band, one sound type of thing. And just learning to blend and learning to come together as a team, as a united sound, like as a harmony.
But in the beginning, Michael was a little nervous.
I mean, at first, I was a little nervous about the whole concept of me singing and playing football at the same time. It's kind of like a best of both worlds situation. But as I continued to just sing and play football at the same time, it was more natural to me, and I felt more proud of what I was doing.
He also enjoyed going to France and Belgium to perform, including a concert at the Cathedral of Reims, where St. John Baptist de La Salle served. He was the founder of Calvert Hall.
It was a great experience. The food was amazing, and it was a special experience to go to Reims, Paris, of course, and to go to where De La Salle's cathedral was. You know, it was special to sing there, of course.
And Michael knows the Turkey Bowl is also special.
It's a rivalry, but it's also a family game. You know, like brothers and fathers and grandfathers and great grandfathers from like both sides of the ball, Loyola and Calvert Hall, coming back to watch their sons and brothers play. It's truly special.
Yes, it is, and definitely something to sing about.
Oh, how they pound, praising the sound, glory to them, telling their tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of the cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, Merry Christmas.
Senior right tackle Michael McKay is Calvert Hall Scholar Athlete during his time at the Hall. He's been involved in National Honor Society, speech and debate, Madrigal Vocal Ensemble, Black Students Union, and the Krakenole in culinary clubs. Michael has a 96 weighted GPA while studying AP Economics, Spanish 4, Biomedical Science, and Holmes Chorus. Congratulations, Michael McKay, Calvert Hall's Scholar Athlete.
Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
We're at halftime. It's 28-14 as we take a look at some of the highlights, Femi. A lot of big plays.
Yeah, I think Noel just really showed that he's really a dual threat today. I mean, he's using his arms, using his legs. He gets 2 post routes, and then obviously you have Carlos Spencer, outstanding athlete. I mean, it's really kind of fallen on him today in regard to offense.
And here comes the ace.
And look at Holmes, right? Reminding me of my good old friend Priest Holmes. I mean, he takes off, he breaks through. There's nobody around him. I think he's over 100 yards rushing. And then here we go again with the QB draw, QB power, whatever you want to call it. Noel again taking over, showing that, hey, right now he might be the guy that's probably leading MVP for the game. And then once again, first drops the touchdown earlier, comes back on the same drive, ends up getting the touchdown. Good for him. He's going to sleep easier tonight.
So here are the halftime numbers, and you're probably not feeling really good if you're a defensive guy, right? Because everybody's
450 yards. This is the opposite of last year, right? 450 yards of total offense. And look at Loyola. I think they had about 90 or maybe 100 yards of total offense leading into that last drive, but they found their mojo a little bit, and they can feel a little bit better. They score a touchdown. They're getting the ball coming out of the half. Maybe they can cut this lead to 7.
All right, it's 28-14. Calvert Hall has the lead at halftime. We'll return right after this. It's Turkey Bowl 105.
Friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this?
Welcome back to the 105 Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl. Calvert Hall with a 28-14 lead, and man standing next to me has a smile on his face and Calvert Hall on his chest. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Paul Brooks,
How are you?
Man who makes this possible. They've been our title sponsor forever, and he and his brother Michael have been a great supporter of this event, and pretty good first half for your Cardinals.
Wonderful first half. First and foremost, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. And
same to you and
your wonderful family and everybody here. That's great. Yeah.
We enjoy this visit every year. Of course, Baltimore enjoys this rivalry, Turkey Bowl 105. One of the things I wanted to touch on is we lost one of the real pillars of this game, Joe Brune, this week, 91 years old, but a life well lived. You competed against his teams when you played at Calvert Hall.
Yeah, we were just talking about it at homecoming last night. You know, if there's any motivation for the Loyola guys today, it would be that in the let's do it for Coach Brune, because he was as iconic as when we lost Aug.
Yeah.
Right. So he's.
Well,
you know, you talk about Loyola.
We got a shot of him right here.
Absolutely.
When I came, I picked up the Turkey Bowl in 1980, and of course it was Joe. And you were playing in those days, but it was Joe and it was Augie Maselli, another pillar of this. You see George Young here, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, and with Joe Brune. That was it when he was at City before he went to Loyola. And we talked about this earlier today, Paul. It's been almost 60 years since we've had a Turkey Bowl where both teams had a first-year head coach.
Yes,
and that was Joe Brune's first year at Loyola.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's been a lot of stability on the coaching side. But Joe, like so many leaders in this game, really impacted on so many young men, and you're one of those guys with Augie and coming through the Calvert Hall program.
Yeah, and we've talked about it for many years. I mean, you can't go wrong with either of these institutions. I mean, they're wonderful, and you talk about the sport of it, but they're leaders. They're leaders and grooming these young men for life. Their life journeys with these guys, and so, you know, you don't go wrong. I mean, they're both great schools.
We had a stat for the last 13 years in the NFL. There's been a Turkey Bowl player in the NFL for 13 consecutive years. But it's not all about cranking guys into the NFL. It's about cranking leaders in our community like you and your brother and so many others that make a difference.
Amen. Amen. And we see that. There's a lot of – I see it more so from Calvert Hall just because of my connections there. But, you know, I'm sure it happens the same at Loyola, that these guys come back and they give back and they pay forward and they do the things, which is why the academic teachers and the coaches on the fields, they're trying to groom the right people, the right humans, and they're doing it. We see it. We see it by just the fans here today and this whole tradition and experience.
Well, Mike, I think I speak for everybody watching at home. Thanks for doing what you guys do, because this game went away for a while, and you guys brought it back when you stepped up. They've been our title sponsor, and we wouldn't be here without people supporting this game like you and your brother and all the people from Brooks Financial.
Well, we appreciate it, and we're blessed to do it and happy to do it. So
happy Thanksgiving to you and
too.
Your family. Michael, what's he doing, basting the turkey or something?
He's
Whatever.
Probably working a fire pit or something right now. You know, maybe had a little brown water next to him or something. It's noon somewhere.
Let's go down to the field and Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hey, Scott, I'm here with head coach Ty Ward of the Calvert Hall Cardinals. Hey, you're up 2 touchdowns. How you feeling?
Feeling okay. Touchdown at the end of the half hurts a little bit. I think 28-7 feels a lot better. And with them getting the ball to start this half, this is a big momentum possession. We have to come out. We have to keep playing. What I told the kids in there, it's very simple. This is 0-0, and we got to win the second half. I think offensively we're doing a good job of staying on schedule. We're doing a good job of just being consistent and doing the little things right and taking shots when they come to us. And defense, we just got to keep playing, man. Like, they're a very good offense. Carlos is an amazing quarterback, and we got to keep trying to throw different things at him and try to control him. But we got to understand he's going to get a few too.
All right, Coach Ward, best of luck to you in the second half.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
That was your Holland Shades Auto Coaches Corner. Thank you, Jack. We're at halftime, just about set to go with the second half. Calvert Hall on top of Loyola, 28-14. It's the 105th Turkey Bowl from Johnny Unitas Stadium at Towson University.
Warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher.
All right, just about ready to start the second half. Scott Garceau along with Femian Badejo. Calvert Hall on top of Loyola, 28-14. What kind of adjustments are you making at halftime, Coach?
Man, I think that Calvert Hall just needs to keep running the football and keep doing what they're doing. I think Loyola's got to find a way to get into a rhythm early. It took them really, quarter and a half to find a rhythm. It was really that last drive, and when they get a big play opportunity, they have to hit it if they want to stay in this game.
Kantorski will kick it off. He's the student manager that suddenly became the kicker. Short kick, and it bounces in front of Pross, and he has to cover up down on the 14-yard line. So it worked out, not a deep kick. Calvert Hall will be backed up a little starting on their own 14-yard line.
I think Calvert Hall continues to show the advantage on special teams, and I think that could be a bigger problem if they keep letting this happen.
Well, Spencer rallied the troops right before the half, got a late touchdown to cut it to 28-14. Now he goes to work trying to get his team back within one score. Harper's the running back. He gets the football. off a left guard, short gain. Dylan Hardy's had a bunch of tackles. Hardy just a sophomore, 6'1", 305. He's an A-conference, all A-conference player, and they said he will be playing major college football.
Yeah, I think the defensive line of Calvert Hall has really put their kind of thumb on the scale today.
Spencer looking to throw, throws near side, it's complete. That's Logan First, the junior on the catch. Good for a first down.
Yeah, I think this is just a nice little curl route right here, and the timing was perfect. The ball was away and out of danger. Good throw. You'd like to probably
protect
give him a little
receiver with
give him a
those
little
throws,
time to
right?
maybe
Yeah.
catch and run, but hey, get the first down, convert, keep it moving.
Sophomore left-hand quarterback gets the snap. Spencer throwing upfield this time, and it's caught. First on the shoulder, pulls it in.
That
Pretty
was
good coverage.
Look, that's a back shoulder throw, and you don't see. Look at this throw right here. You don't see kids making this back shoulder throw at this level very often. He puts it in a perfect spot where only the receiver can get it, and first concentration on that. Amazing.
Spencer steps up in the pocket, looking to run. Not much room, and down he goes. Short loss on the play. Sean Parker on the tackle for the Cardinals.
I mean, Sean Parker has to have 6 or 7 tackles today. I'm not sure exactly how many it is, but I mean,
pretty good backfield penetration from Hardy, who had made the tackle the play before. Second and 11. On the ground, it's Harper, short gain just across the 45.
Yeah. I mean, to me, you're undersized a little bit on your offensive line. I'd love to see a little bit more zone read, even if you're not going to actually the quarterback keep it very often. It keeps the defensive line frozen. Right now, they're just teeing off, in my opinion, when Loyola runs the ball.
Now you got 3rd and long, 3-man front on the defense. So they drop backers into coverage. Spencer not going to run, had a man, but he missed him.
See, this is one
Evan Jackson was open, but he let him.
This is one of the things that I've been telling you, Scotty. When you get him on the move a little bit, his feet aren't set. He's just not quite comfortable, moving and throwing on the run.
So 4th and long, and it looks like the punt team coming in.
And look, there's not a lot of sophomores around this country that are going to be great at that, right? He's a really good young prospect, but there's a couple things that I know that he can work on that's really going to take him to the next level. And obviously, he's already being recruited by Power 5 schools.
Jimmy Lozatti, the kicker and the punter, had a good punt in the first half. Good snap. Pretty good punt here again. Good hang time. Oh, and it's loose, and the Dons have it. The Dons have it. Big break right here as Calvert Hall could not handle the punt. And Michael Esco on the recovery for Loyola inside the 10-yard line. Preddy could not handle the punt, and Loyola was all over it.
I mean, I believe it was Michael Esco that had the big tackle on the last punt that got Loyola the momentum that they needed to kind of get that first score. And here we go again. Special teams, always adding something interesting to the mix at this level.
Brady Mern in at quarterback now. We saw this. Calvert Hall called a timeout the first time they lined up this way. Mern, the backup quarterback in the Wildcat, has the football on the right side, inside the 5 and stacked up at the 4. Loyola in the Mercy High School red zone. Chance to cut the lead to 7. They trail at 28-14. That Calvert Hall player injured, like Chris Hewitt. Now he's back on his feet, number 2. See him right there, Chris Hewitt, his dad, longtime coach with the Ravens, now with the Indianapolis Colts. And Chris, one of the premier players in the state of Maryland. Started in the Turkey Bowl 4 years. Looks like he'll get out for a play.
Like
Student body left here.
Some type of gadget play.
Student body left, and Spencer throws. It's caught, but well defended. And the tackle made down around the 6-yard line. Cross on the reception. Zay Bridges on the tackle.
I mean, that was dangerous. That was almost intercepted.
Long way to throw, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I like going wildcat and going unbalanced line like they did before, and just running power. That play right there was almost disastrous. You know what I mean?
That could have been a pick 6. 3rd and goal. Spencer throws into the end zone, caught, touchdown. That's Pross, his favorite target. Pross came into this game with 9 touchdowns on the year. Chalk up another one for number 9.
Watch this throw. This is an absolute laser. But look, why is it a laser? Look at his feet. Look at how he gets his feet set, and his arm just winds up, and he puts it right over the hand. I think it was a linebacker, maybe it was a DB, I'm not sure. But you couldn't have put this ball, like he basically just handed it to him. I mean, that isn't, now you see the talent, right? Can you imagine this kid at the Division I level after a couple more years to get polished? My goodness. In a game that seemed out of reach,
yes,
you make a mistake on special teams, right? And now you're down by 7. Yep.
Lozati with the point after. That's good. And suddenly we've got a 28-21 game. It's cut to 7.
I mean,
only 3 plays after the turnover to cash it in. And what was a 28-7 deficit is now a tight game.
Well, you know, they were fairly outgained going into that last drive, and here we go again, short field, and they get 7 points.
With a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? To
Blakefield.org.
Today's live streaming on WMAR2news.com/live is brought to you by Calvert Hall College. Let's take a look at we'll hold off on the scoring drive, but it didn't take long as the Dons cashed in after the muff punt.
Yeah, you guys remember, Spencer started the game 0 for 2. Since then, he's basically 15 for 23 since then, 15 for 25 overall, 170 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 different receivers, 7 carries for 30 yards, and a rushing touchdown.
And I guess we can say as advertised, right? We heard about his talent, saw the numbers.
But he's kind of done it quietly, which is kind of deadly, right? In a way that you really weren't paying attention, and you look at the stat line, and you're like, my goodness. And look, not to say that I'm thinking about Calvert Hall. Noel's had a great game too, but you've almost forgotten about it a little bit because it's been a while.
Zade boots it. It looks like it's out of bounds, hit in the end zone, but out of bounds, and penalty markers down. Come out to the 35. So now Calvert Hall, kind of challenged. The momentum has kind of flipped a little bit. They had a 28-7 lead. Suddenly you look up and it's a 1-score game.
Well, Noel had a huge first half, right?
Take the ball to the 35-yard line.
And then the issue is that Spencer closed out the second half with a score. They end up getting the ball, but they punt. There's a mistake on special teams. They get the ball back, and then boom, they score again.
See the scoring drive there. Wasn't much, right? 3 plays, 6 yards, but they got in the end zone. Spencer to Pross. It's a Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. Not much on the ground right there as Oliver Noel is cut down by Sam Lavin.
And the thing about it, Scott, you can count on one hand how many times that Loyola's been in the backfield for Calvert Hall. Not very often. They score a touchdown after being down by 14 points, and now you have the D-line in the backfield making plays. Because why? Their inspired momentum has changed again.
Lost a couple on first down, second down and 12. Knoll with O'Connell in the backfield, the running back. Knoll under pressure. Oh, look out. And throws to an open field. That could be grounding. Nobody in the area.
Close pass incomplete.
Looked a lot like grounding to me,
Yeah,
Sammy.
I was waiting for the flag. There's nobody over there. And did that ball make it back to the line of scrimmage? I don't even think it made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, officials are huddling now. There is a penalty marker down over on the far side. Referee is Roddy Knapp. He'll let us know here. If it wasn't intentional grounding, it's his twin brother.
Holding. Defense.
Oh, wow.
Repeat. Second down.
Okay, so there was a penalty, but it wasn't grounding. We had holding against the defense, so that'll be a first down for Calvert Hall.
Actually, it's second.
No, second down, just short of a first down.
I would
about
love
2
to
yards
see,
short.
unless the high school rule is different than the NFL in regard to intentional grounding, I'd love to see.
Rich Holzer was out on the field, the Loyola coach. I don't blame him.
Wow, talk about it.
So it's second and about 2. Holmes and O'Connell in the backfield with the quarterback, Oliver Knoll. Calvert Hall up 28-21 midway third quarter. Knoll's going to keep it, and he is hit hard and driven back. Cole Mosier with a stick.
Oh, wow.
And now a penalty marker down. A little pushing and shoving going on.
I just don't like this penalty. I mean, I know that they're a little bit spirited, but you got to let the kids play. And if this is going to be roughing the passer or some late hit, this is the first time all game that Loyola's been playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage. And they run basically QB power. Yeah. Yeah, look, that was nothing.
Yeah.
That's a terrible call. He didn't slam him down. He basically, I mean, I don't know if that was, look.
Well, he gets bumped here by his own guy.
Oh,
and that caused the push,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I guess it was the second guy coming in hitting Mosier that knocked Knoll down.
But it almost seemed like he was celebrating with his guy more than he was trying to actually affect the quarterback.
So it is a first down now with the penalty.
So, look, this is what it looks like to me. You're sitting here, and it looked like Calvert Hall should have had a penalty in regard to where that intentional grounding play. We never saw it. And then you have a holding call that negates that potentially. Now you have 3 penalties for 40 yards, all going against Loyola.
On the ground, and not much happening. Harrison O'Connell knocked down by Brady Mern.
Yeah, Brady Mern has come to life here in the second half. And check this out. Once again, Loyola playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage. They did not do that at all in the first half. But here they are again. Once again, energy, spirited. Brady Mern, we talked about him earlier, right? He's team captain.
Yeah.
He's a leader of this defense.
He's an Army lacrosse recruit as well. Multi-sport player, but 4 interceptions, over 100 tackles. He's had a big year. Named honorable mention All-A Conference. Second and 11. Pressure on Knoll. Gets away from it, throwing deep downfield, and it is out of bounds, incomplete. Morozov, the intended receiver, Rin on the coverage.
And once again, Mern and a bunch of guys in pursuit, flushing him out of the pocket.
So it'll be 3rd and long. 6:24 to play, third quarter. The 105th Turkey Bowl. Loyola with the all-time lead in the series, 52-44. 8 games have ended in ties, but Loyola winner of 3 of the last 4.
I mean, I give Loyola a lot of credit. If you weren't paying attention to the score, you wouldn't know that they're only down by 7 right now.
4 wideouts, 3 to the right side of the offense. Knoll throwing near side and again just out of bounds. Ace Holmes, the running back, the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, just a little bit too much air on that. Looked like an out and up route.
That was kind of the touch he threw on the one down the middle, but
that one needed to be just a little firmer, a little bit lower. But it looked like he ran a kind of a wheel route on that play. It looked like a wheel route.
Oliver Knoll looks over to his head coach. Gets the play call. 4th down and 11. Knoll in the pocket, throwing deep down the middle. Nobody there.
Man.
Nobody there. And Calvert Hall turns it over on downs. We got a flag down. We have a late hit on the quarterback. It's in the backfield.
No, that was a blitz pickup by Holmes. That was excellent. I don't know what they're calling on this, but it was a great blitz pickup by Holmes.
Well, Calvert Hall's coming off the field, so they must think that they've turned it over on downs. The defense heading out for Calvert Hall.
Yeah, I want to hear what this call is, because if it's on Holmes, it's a mistake.
Officials in quite a discussion here.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. The turkey's in the oven. There's a look. Nothing there as far as Oliver Knoll.
Yeah, no, so to me, it looked like they were calling it on Holmes for some reason, on the blitz pickup, I think.
Well, whatever it was, you think by now they could tell us, right?
Or there was a hold by the offensive line.
Here we go.
We have a live ball, personal foul on red. That would be declined. It would be 1st down, Loyola.
Okay, it wasn't a dead ball. A dead ball, you would have marched it off, but
it looks like a makeup call to me. I don't know.
So we got a timeout on the field. We'll step out. We got a good one, folks. Calvert Hall clinging to a 28-21 lead. Turkey Bowl 105.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
At Brooks Financial Group, our top priority is caring for each relationship we are called to serve and leading them towards the achievement of their goals and dreams.
Whether your goals include wealth management, retirement planning, or corporate benefits, Brooks Financial Group is here to serve you.
Our ties with Calvert Hall and Loyola run
high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to see.
Well, we lost a terrific one this week. Joe Brune right there. This was his last Turkey Bowl, but Joe, certainly you think about Loyola, you think about him. He was a graduate of the class of 52 and then 35 years as a head coach of the Loyola Dons. His final Turkey Bowl right here, but he impacted so many young men and just a selfless guy. It was all about his kids and a great football coach. Won a lot of Turkey Bowls. And those that knew him best at Loyola Blakefield, our condolences. We lost a good one, but what a life well lived, Joe Brune. Pass incomplete on 1st down, intended for Evan Jackson.
I mean, Spencer has definitely found his groove. I mean, he's thrown some nice passes. And just to go back to the last drive, just in case you guys are wondering at home, yes, Calvert Hall is not punting very often. If they're across the 40-yard line, they are probably not going to punt. That was 4th and 11 on the last series, and they went for it. In case you're wondering, this is by design.
Spencer throws near side, complete, and a big hit there first on the reception. And Travis Farthing up there to lower the boom.
Man, heck of a catch by First to keep his concentration. Was it First who made that catch? I believe it was, right?
Yeah. Farthing now has come in from Mike Johnson, who was shaken up earlier in the game. Third down at about 4. Spencer hands it off across the 50, and maybe just short of the first down is Mason Russell. Parker on the stop.
They called it a first down.
Yeah, they give him the first down. Okay.
Look, check this out, Scott. If they score here, this game is going to be tied.
Yeah,
that is bonkers to me. Because I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I can't believe it's 28-21 still, because I just feel like the way that Calvert Hall's played on offense with the mistakes on special teams have kind of led us to this point.
Yeah, it was 28-7 not that long ago. Spencer with some time, completes it out in the flat to Russell, his running back, and he stopped right at the 45. Short gain on the play. Chris Hewitt up there on the stop for the Cardinals, as well as Mikey Sawa.
Yeah, heck of a play by Hewitt. He was just sitting right perfectly in the right position to make that tackle.
Under 5 minutes left, third quarter. Spencer, plenty of time now, going to tuck it and run. Has some room to the near side, uses his speed down to the 30 and out of bounds near the 28-yard line. First down, Loyola.
I believe it's Pross. Is Pross is number 8, correct? Right? He was out. Yeah, what he did was so smart. Didn't want to do anything to create a late hit, block in the back. He just stood there and basically, pretending he was playing basketball and set a pick.
And he waved his quarterback. He said, "Come on."
I see guys at the NFL level not do that. Good job on his part. Way to be heads up.
This is Russell. He's got some room down inside the 20 to about the 18, close to a first down.
It just seems like, Loyola starting at the end of that second quarter, they're really finding their groove now. This is like a tale of 2 different games now all of a sudden.
Don's in the Mercy High School red zone. They go no huddle and no gain there as Russell gets stacked up by the Cardinal defense.
Spencer handed that ball off to his running back and tried to almost push him to go forward to make sure he didn't go sideways, and he still didn't get the first down. Well, it's third and a foot maybe?
Spencer looks over to his coach, Rich Holzer, gets the play call.
See, this is sometimes where you want them to line up under center and just hand it off. You know what I mean? They're in the shotgun.
Well, Russell has it, and he has the first down to about the 16-yard line. Sarwa on the stop.
Yeah, I mean, Calvert Hall just looks a little bit gassed right now. Like their D-line is not getting any push. And earlier in the game, they were getting pushed, but obviously a bunch of long drives will kind of suck the energy out of you.
Tristan Moody now on that defensive line for Calvert Hall. Spencer into the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
Well defended.
That should have been intercepted.
Yeah, Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, that should have been intercepted. See, I think that's the thing that you want Carlos Spencer. Like, look at this. Look at the receiver. Look at the DB and look at where he's positioned by the receiver. I mean, he really has no business throwing this ball. He should take off and run. Look at that perfect position by the DB. That should have been intercepted.
And he's a real talented sophomore. Jordan Hicks on the defense there. Major schools looking at him. And Calvert Hall all over Russell, and they knock him down for a loss. That's Manny Beck, the freshman defensive end, on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like a little bit of like a token inside zone play here. Oh, actually, no, it looks like it's just draw. It's either draw or no, it's draw. And basically, Calvert Hall, once again, dominating the front 5 of Loyola. They haven't done it in a while, but they did on that play.
Third and about 13. Spencer, pocket closed, so he rolls out to his left. Throws back over the middle, incomplete. And now it's 4th and long. Well, I don't know, wind behind you. The field goal would be...
looks like they're going to kick it.
Yeah,
I mean, is this the kid
Jimmy
that we saw?
Lozati, 7 of 9. And I don't think the distance is an issue here.
Well, we saw him in warm-ups hit one from.
Yeah,
he took a running start, but it was 50 yards. Yeah, but this is
now
much
he had
closer.
a little run on that one, like a kickoff, but we got a 37-yard field goal attempt, pretty much in the middle of the field, and the wind at his back. Snap is good, kick is up, and it's good. So Jimmy Lozzotti tacks on 3, and Loyola inches closer. It's now a 28-24 game. Right call there. If it's 4th and 3, 4th and 4, maybe you think about trying to cash in and tie the game with a touchdown, but plenty of time left, and that 3 could be a difference maker.
Well, this goes back to that last series. It was 4th and 11, and they decided to go for it. They didn't convert, and look at where they got Loyola got the ball and then gets 3 points out of it.
Got a 4-point game, late third quarter.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies and
Here's your Tarleton Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. 12 plays, 38 yards, resulting in a Lozzotti 37-yard field goal to make it a 28-24 game. Remember, Loyola trailed 28-7. So they've scored 17 unanswered points. We're right back in this thing. One of these head coaches will go away with their first Turkey Bowl win. Both head coaches in their first year, and both schools going outside their school. A lot of tradition between Calvert Hall and Loyola. You see a lot of inside hires, former alumni, people that played, coached in the program, but not this time.
I'm impressed with both hires after being able to sit down and talk with the guys. They come from different perspectives, but I think both effective. You know, one from Hofstra, the other from Lehigh. In regard to where they played their college ball, but philosophically, I like what I heard from both of them.
Lozzotti booms it, wind behind him, well into the end zone for a touchback. So what we thought early, wind left to right as you're watching this game. Lozzotti boomed that one into the end zone, hit the field goal going that direction. The other way be a little tougher.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was in the low 40s, but when we were down there on that field with that wind chill, it felt like it was in the 20s to me.
You're soft, though.
Ha!
No, there was some wind. Well, I'll tell you what, there was some wind last night. Yeah, you see the flags. Well, now, challenge for Calvert Hall to try to grab some momentum. 6 offensive linemen in this set. And the pass incomplete. Short toss. Michael Johnson, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Scott, I really think that Calvert Hall needs to get back to that power run game. I mean, that's their bread and butter. You know, I think the whole system is predicated and success is predicated on them being able to run the ball with the quarterback and the running backs. And right now they just kind of stalled out a little bit. And Noel was great in the first half, obviously. 3 for 4 for 86 yards. You know, third quarter he's been 0 for 4.
Second down and 10. Ace has it, tries to spin out of the tackle, and he can't do it. Holmes stopped short of the 25-yard line. Braden Pross the star receiver playing some defense for the Dons.
You know, all the energy is with Loyola right now. I mean, just look at the passion they're playing with right now. Their front seven really didn't get much done earlier. You know, you see them living in the backfield with Calvert Hall right now and surrounding and swarming. That didn't happen in the first half.
Holmes 6 carries, now over 100 yards, 102, and the long touchdown run.
But just remember that Holmes had 100 yards basically in the first half. He hasn't done anything really since.
Timeout called. Loyola takes the timeout and they stop the clock with 1:31 left in the third quarter. Big third down play coming up. Want to make sure that defense is right.
You know, I think at this level, it's really important that these kids don't, you know, you almost have to, you know, we say at the pro level and the Division I level, have a short-term memory. You can't worry about, you know, how you got here. This is where you're at right now. You have basically a quarter of ball left to play, and this game is far from over. I'm real curious to see what Calvert Hall does going forward.
We talked about the loss of Joe Brune, the legendary Loyola coach. Joe Brune had such an impact. 19 Turkey Bowls. This was his last home game. His bust overlooking Loyola's football field reads, "A coach who preached hard work, dedication, and accountability. Few have loved Loyola more." And Loyola loved him back too. And that was a win over Gilman that ended his home coaching career. He said many of us knew the coach at Blakefield. They also knew the English teacher, head of the English department, and college counselor who impact hundreds and hundreds of young men. Biff Poggi, their Gilman coach at that time. Joe was inducted into the Maryland Football Coaches Hall of Fame in 1999. He's in the Loyola Hall of Fame, and a special, special guy. We had a timeout, Calvert Hall, so back-to-back timeouts. First, Loyola with the defensive timeout, and now Calvert Hall just before the snap. Didn't like what he saw, so Ty Ward burns the timeout.
I was about to say, it's getting to that point, right, where every possession, how many more are you going to get,
and
right?
A big play here, right?
Exactly.
Third and 6 or 7, yeah.
And we know he hates punting, but my assumption is
that
he's going to punt here, you know? So he basically knows they have to convert here. You know, what play do they have that's going to get them the yards that they need here that involves Noel throwing the football problem.
Fem, we've had a lot of famous alumni in this game, and we said last 13 years in the NFL, there has been a Turkey Bowl player in the league, and one right here, Sean Tucker, Calvert Hall running back. Some great runs, 1999 Turkey Bowl. See a touchdown run here in the 2000 game, Calvert Hall class of 2020. 2 weeks ago for the Buccaneers, he had 140 yards from scrimmage and scored 3 touchdowns. There you see some of the Turkey Bowlers that have gone to the
Sean
NFL.
Tucker is on my fantasy team, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
He is.
You liked him 2 weeks ago.
I did.
That's Ace Holmes on the catch, but well short of the first down. And now 4th down, and it looks like the punt team comes on for Calvert Hall.
Yeah.
1 yard pass line. 4th down.
So Calvert Hall punting into the wind. Eric Petrino, the punter. Braden Pross, just the second punt. Pross standing almost to midfield. He's at his own 45-yard line. High looping snap, no pressure. The left foot, short kick, and let's see what kind of bounce he gets. It helps out. He's going to roll dead just about at midfield. 24 yards on the punt. And here comes Loyola with a chance to take the lead in this game. Loyola fell down to Calvert Hall 14-0 in a hurry as Noel hit a couple of touchdown passes. And now they got to have a chance to take their first lead of the game.
Spencer's 18 of 30 for 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. He has a rushing touchdown. Obviously, let's put it in his hands. That's what I'd like to see.
Harper's the running back. He has the football, and he stopped short. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Dylan Hardy, call that name a lot today. The defensive tackle right there on the stop.
I mean, I would love to see some jet sweep, you know, or toss, try to get these players on the edge versus Calvert Hall.
Spencer in the pocket, throws underneath, and tackled immediately is Braden Pross. Sean Parker right there with him.
Yeah, I mean, Parker, he has to have, 11 tackles Parker, I mean, I'd love to see his stat line. He probably has 3 or 4 pass breakups, 11 tackles at this point. He's everywhere.
He's been all over, yeah. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. So 3 quarters in the books. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a wild fourth quarter as we take home Turkey Bowl 105. Calvert Hall on top, 28-24. It's been a good one.
Tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you?
Well, this is the way you'd want it. Turkey Bowl, fourth quarter will decide it. It's been 3 good quarters, a lot of big plays in Calvert Hall with a 28-24 lead, but Loyola with the football and a chance to get their first lead in this game. 3rd down and 7. Probably 4 down territory here. Spencer with an empty backfield throws complete near the first down marker. That's Logan first. Let's see where the mark is. First down.
First down, wow.
Yeah.
What? I mean, this is a great stop route by the receiver. I mean, and the timing is perfect. I mean, the DB's right there. It's a great throw and catch. Converts and gets a first down. Yeah, Farthing, good coverage. And Loyola has eclipsed Calvert Hall in total yards at this point now. They were doubled up at one point.
Spencer takes off and slides down. Maybe a gain of a yard or 2, not much.
Yeah, I mean, I like the decision. There was nothing there, right? You know, and you didn't take a big hit. You didn't do anything crazy.
Live for another day.
Hey, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Live to fight another play, right?
Spencer throws far side, complete to first, just short of the first down. Farthing on the coverage.
Look, all that is a timing and an out route. It's perfect. I mean, look at the break by the receiver. You'll see him at about, 7, maybe 8 yards, and the ball's already out of the quarterback's hand as he turns his head. It's perfect. I mean, the timing on that, that works at every level.
So 3rd and short, about a yard and a half. On the ground, it's Russell. He's got the first down and more, all the way down to the 20-yard line.
I would love to see this replay if we got it, guys. I mean, watch Carlos Spencer hand the ball off. He's been doing it all game. He pushes him again, like, get upfield, do not go sideways. Yes, he's telling him, like, I see the hole, trust me. I love that.
That's pretty good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's go north and south. We don't need to go east and west.
1st and 10, just outside the 20-yard line. Spencer, pretty good pocket, throws down the middle, incomplete.
Oh, that's pass interference.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Definitely.
He got hit early.
His back, yeah.
Logan first, the intended receiver. I believe it was Hicks on the coverage, and just got there beat early.
What you're going to see is the DB. It's the ball's thrown kind of behind the receiver, and as he's trying to kind of stop, the DB runs into his back. You know what I mean? So that's PI. Unfortunately, it's because it was a bad throw, but I mean he's there way too early though.
So now with the penalty.
Half the distance to the goal line. First down.
So with that penalty, the Dons knocking on the doorstep. They're in the Mercy High School red zone. So it's 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line. Spencer looking to run, has room over the middle, and then he's tackled down near the
Scott,
7-yard line, I guess.
This is the last game, right? So watch what they do. This is a design QB run, basically. I mean, basically, it's like student body left, right? But he sees something inside. What I would like them to do is run some zone read, right? And even if they're not going to do it very often, just to keep them honest.
Well, that last play, Luke Spiker came off the block, made a nice tackle there.
Yeah, looks like a cramp to me.
Looks like a cramp. Spiker down, getting some attention right now after he made that tackle.
Yeah, I've seen a few guys getting a little crampy today.
The way they got him stretched, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We'll take a timeout. 10:07 left to play. Calvert Hall hanging on. Loyola driving. It's 28-24. Turkey Bowl.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? To Baltimore.
Don's roll.
To be young again, right? Let's take a look at our Brook Financial Group game summary, and this one has had a lot going on. It was all Loyola early on as they scored the quick 14. Calvert Hall, and Loyola now with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is obviously Ace Holmes has had a heck of a game, but most of those yards came in the first half. Carlos Spencer didn't have much of a first half. Most of his yards just come in the second half.
Now it's student body right. Spencer in the gun, flips it out, and they didn't fool anybody there as Russell is tackled immediately. Corbin Hicks up on the stop. They didn't fool him, Femi.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that play. That's the second version of it that we've seen. I feel like it just completely disrupts the momentum and the rhythm that you have when you run that kind of play. Obviously, if it works, you look like a genius.
Connor Murray walking off slowly, got banged up on that last play. Well, here we go. 3rd down. They can get a first down inside the 1. Spencer incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Sean Parker again. Watch this. This ball should have been intercepted too, and I'm not sure why he's throwing this.
Field goal team coming on.
Yep. I can't wait to see his stat line.
He's been making plays all day.
Yeah. Somebody's down. Another cramp. Is it Sean?
Calvert Hall player.
Yeah, Sean Parker.
Sean Parker's had just a brilliant game. So the ball is placed on the 9-yard line. Be about a 27-yard field goal into the wind. So I just think distance is an issue. Just got to kick it through the uprights. All right, we're going to step out. 9:09 to play. Calvert Hall clinging to a 28-24 lead.
We form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at LoyolaBlakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore.
Well, here's the Archdiocese of Baltimore defensive play of the game. Boom.
Yeah.
Player of the game, too, right?
I mean, Parker's been everywhere today. Like I said, I think he has 11 tackles, at least 4 pass breakups, maybe 5.
Well, no. Matt Lazzotti is out for the field goal attempt. 26-yarder. Hit a 37-yarder earlier, just from the right hash. Ooh, low, and he missed it.
Oh, no. Wow.
Did somebody get a piece of it? I couldn't tell. I think it was just a low kick.
I mean, you got to give Calvert Hall a lot of credit. Check this out, Scott. I believe their last 2. I think first of all, I think he just mishits it, right? It's a line drive. I think it's off, right? Yeah, he just mishits it. It looks like. I don't think a hand got on it.
Until there, yeah. Yeah, just
hits
it.
a flying saucer. This is the thing. Their last 2 drives by Loyola, I believe, have been 22 plays. I want to say 90 yards-ish, and they end up with 3 points. That's pretty good.
So it's still a 28-24 game. 6 offensive linemen set. And Knoll hands it off. Right up the middle across the 25-yard line is Ace Holmes.
Yeah, see what Calvert Hall needs to do here is lean into their strength, which is basically their run game, and they want to chew up as much clock as possible and end it with 7.
I think Ace just looked over to the sideline and said, "Feed me."
Yeah,
give me the rock. I'm ready. Final quarter for a lot of these players out on the field now. Some will go on to play college ball, but for most, this will end their football careers. Second down, handoff. Trying to get wide is Holmes. He's got some running room up across the 40.
Yeah, there's a holding penalty, though. Yeah.
Flag is down.
I think he still got the first down, though.
Lanier, the wideout, may have been the guilty party on the hold.
I mean, that hold was way, way late. It's going to be interesting to see where they spot this.
Roddy Knapp's going to tell us.
Holding.
Referee.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. Second down.
Yeah, he didn't need to do it. I mean, he already had the first down. Yeah, let's take a look at this replay. Now the hold is downfield, and now look, he's
Top
way.
of the screen, yeah.
Look, the hold is now. Yeah. Okay. You know what? It was closer than I thought. Yep. Fair call.
So with the penalty, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff, and hit right when he got the handoff was Ace Holmes. Sam Lavin didn't give him a chance to get going.
Yeah, it really looks like these plays that have been kind of hitting outside the tackle or bouncing outside the tackle have been a lot more successful, especially in the first half.
Between the tackles, not so much, right?
Yeah.
Third and 5. Knowles sets, good protection, throwing upfield, incomplete. Ace Holmes, the running back, the intended receiver, well covered by Brady Mern.
I don't know if we have the replay on this, but if you can see at the mid-level, oh, it's fourth down. It's fourth down. Okay, it looks like they're going to punt, but watch this. There's a receiver on the far right on the outside that comes across the middle of the field in what we call a dig route. And look, the quarterback never looks that way. He's totally looking to the other side the whole time. If you saw the side copy of this, the receiver is wide open, actually.
Cross back deep.
Yeah, that's back-to-back 3-and-outs now for Loyola.
Petrino
for Calvert Hall.
Looping snap, and he gets it off with the left foot. He gets a good bounce. Real good bounce. Pross picks it up, trying to elude about 5 Calvert Hall defenders, and now we got a flag coming in. Well, we got some pushing and shoving. Another flag is down. We're going to have a personal foul, I think. 46 yards on the punt, a 7-yard return, but now we'll sort out the laundry.
Yeah, I don't like Pross fielding that. I mean, that's high risk, low reward.
So you had a scrum going on up there. You had a penalty marker thrown earlier, maybe an illegal block.
Against white. Dead ball foul against red. They were all set. Will be first down.
So offsetting penalties. And the Dons take over. 7:14 to play. Turkey Bowl 105. 28-24, Calvert Hall on top. Stick around. This one's going down to the wire.
We inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you? Two Baltimore-born legacies are in your backyard. Ask yourself this: do you have what it takes to protect this house?
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR.
First Financial Federal Credit Union, extra credit for extra effort goes to, there he goes, number 1, Ace Holmes.
Yeah, I mean, what can we say? I mean,
78 yards, yeah.
You know, a great run, great play call, and obviously he wants to get fed right now. He's saying, hey, put it in my hands. Let me close this out for us. Obviously, they're on defense now, but that's what he was saying on the last possession. He wanted to get fed.
So Spencer brings him up on first down. It's Russell on the handoff, short gain, got a yard or two.
Man,
Xavier Melvin, the junior, on the stop.
I just saw one of the D linemen from Calvert Hall absolutely destroy that play.
That's what the big guys do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so Sean Parker, the standout on Calvert Hall side, had cramps in that last series. He's still out of the game. He's definitely been their best player today so far on defense.
Pass intended for first, incomplete. 3rd and long, 3rd and about 8. I think if you're Loyola, you'd like to get at least 4 or 5 here, and then you got a 4th down where you're probably going to green light it.
I mean, you've held them to 30, Calvert Hall to 30-some yards in this half. So, maybe you punt it and play field position.
Spencer gets away, and he slips down. He's down.
Yeah, you're.
Now you got to punt.
Yeah.
That's you're punting into the wind.
The worst thing that could happen was that right there.
He just lost his footing.
Yeah, lost 19 yards on that. Goes down as a sack. Basically lost his footing. He'll learn from that though.
Well, his effort, he got away, kind of spun away from some pressure, and then just feet went
turf monster.
Out from under
him. Like
yeah,
say,
yeah.
You know.
Jimmy Lazzotti into punt. Preddy and Moseroff back deep. Low kick, what kind of bounce? Not a good one if you're Loyola, as it bounces backward and it's down. So Calvert Hall will start in Loyola territory with 5:56 to play in the 4th quarter. The shirts are still off on both sides. So can Calvert Hall put some spark in their offense? Suddenly the 4th quarter's kind of turned into a defensive game. We had 3 quarters where the offense owned it.
Exactly. It's kind of come to a screeching halt with offense here. Yeah, Calvert Hall, I think I kind of alluded to it earlier. They have 33 yards in the second half.
Hall going with 6 offensive linemen. And it's the quarterback for very little gain. Oliver Knoll, they were waiting for him that time. Sam Lavin on the stop. Maybe a yard, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it feels like, even we've become pretty familiar with the play calls now. I'm wondering if a little misdirection, could catch somebody napping a little bit around the edge and maybe get a big play here.
Too close for comfort. 7 of the last 12 Turkey Bowls decided by 7 points or less. That's where we are right now. It's a 4-point lead for Calvert Hall. Just over 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Noel, there's a little jet sweep, Femi, when you're talking about Michael Johnson, but play was whistled. I think we had motion called.
5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Yeah.
So the false start marches them back 5. We talked to both coaches about, you have almost a month to prepare for this game, a long, long time. So you think gadget plays, you got time to put a couple in, and they might have something, but both coaches kind of poo-pooed a little bit. Said you got to do what you do best.
Yeah, Coach Ward didn't seem to be a big fan.
No, he wasn't into that
at all, but he tried to do something right there, and then that probably feeds into his thought. Yeah. Look, we tried something, it didn't work.
And Calvert Hall been using up most of the play clock now. Time's on their side. We're under 5 minutes. Yeah, they used too much clock time that time. It's going to cost them 5. It's a fine line between kind of playing the clock a little bit, but yet still being aggressive and trying to put the game away, right?
Yeah.
If they score a touchdown here, that might be enough.
You're right, and plus the nature of the way they play ball. You're thinking, let's grind this out and not give the ball back. And if we do give the ball back after a score, then we're up by 2 scores and it's okay.
2nd and long. Look out from behind. There's the sack. Sam Levin came all the way around from the right defensive end spot
Right on time.
Outside linebacker and recorded the sack.
Watch it. I believe. Watch him beat the tackle with speed. I mean, he just gets right around him. And Loyola's been getting a lot of pressure in the second half. I mean, as a group. It was Mern before. Now it's Lavin. And this is, this is not, remember our keys to the game. This is not
we
where
got
Calvert
3rd and
Hall
24 here.
wants to be.
First sack of the game. What do you have in your playbook for 3rd and 24?
I mean, you try to get maybe 10 yards here, and then, a
false start, right?
Movement by the offensive line, yeah.
Almost looked like the center was late because 3 or 4 guys jumped.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Well, Cardinals are going in the wrong direction.
No, big time. I mean, how many penalties is that for them in the second half in total yardage here? I think we'll get that stat for you.
And some have been declined, yeah.
5, I mean, it's had to be 40 yards.
3rd and 29.
5 for 35 in the second half for Calvert Hall in regard to penalties.
Noel's going to keep it, fakes the handoff, has some room, gets up near midfield, and he's dragged out of bounds. So good gain as far as field position.
I love that play call. That just zone read, basically. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Token fake, quarterback keeps the ball. I want to see Loyola do more of that. I think that play works at all levels, to be honest, if you have the right quarterback.
It was a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, look at the fake. Boom, pulls it in there, takes it out. Yeah, excellent. Excellent ball mechanics right there. I really like that. And we really haven't seen a ton of zone read today.
Got a timeout called on the field. Clock stopped with 3:45 to play. And here comes the punt team for the Cardinals. Eric Petrino. His twin brother is his long snapper. That's Brian Petrino. Braden Pross deep. Calvert Hall punting with the wind.
Ooh, almost blocked.
Gets
wow.
it off, yeah. Fair catch. And is made at the 20-yard line. 31 yards on the punt. Clock now stopped with 3:36 left to play, 4th quarter. We're going down to the wire in this one. Calvert Hall trying to protect a 4-point lead. No scoring so far in this 4th quarter. It's been defense in the 4th quarter after 3 quarters of up and down offensive football.
Well, the good thing is here is there's 3 minutes and 36 seconds left, and you basically know you're not punting anymore. So you basically have 4 downs to get a first down. How does that affect the play calling?
You're not punting. You're not kicking a field goal. You got to get in the end zone. Sean Parker back in the game. Spencer throws, completes across the 30 right near the first down marker.
And guess who made the tackle?
Spencer. He remembers how to do that. Logan First on the reception.
Parker comes right back in, makes the tackle.
They got
nice
9.
Throw. Yeah, they should be in no rush here.
Russell's the running back. Spencer has room. Looking upfield, throwing, and is incomplete. Trying to get it to the freshman, Levi Axe.
See, look, you have 3 minutes left, and it's 3rd and 1. Let's get the first down because the pressure to get it cover for, to get a first down on 4th and 1 is immense. All it takes is someone to jump off sides, a missed snap. Just get the first down.
3 yards in a cloud of dust here would be fine, right? First 9 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. They go on the ground. Penalty marker down.
And I don't even know if he got the first down.
It's close on the first down, but penalty marker against Loyola.
That's my fault. See, I said if someone making a false start, and then what happens? See, that's my fault.
You planted that
I put it out
seed,
there.
right?
I put it into the universe. So Loyola has 4 penalties for 45 yards. This is all in the second half.
3rd down and 6. Spencer looking to run now. Steps back, throws upfield, and it's picked off. Intercepted. Calvert Hall has the football. Jordan Hicks, their top cover guy. Honorable mention, a conference pick. He's just a sophomore, but big pressure from a freshman, Manny Beck. So a freshman with the pressure and a sophomore with an interception. that could be the game clincher. Not over yet. Still 2:56 left to play, but it is a big, big play.
But Scott, this is exactly what I was worried about. You had the ball with 2nd and short. Just get the first down. What did I say was going to happen? Someone jumps off sides. They did. What ends up happening is you got to convert, and you don't convert. And look at this. It's the pressure of the situation, and you kind of put yourself in that position.
I'm with you. Keep moving the sticks.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 2nd and short.
Calvert Hall having trouble getting the play in here. They have to tie. Oh, timeout. Ty Ward really hot down on the sidelines. He was upset. They had a breakdown in communication. You could see Oliver Knoll throwing up his hands, going, "Come on, give me the play." Something happened. They had a breakdown.
Yeah, you look on the interception. You see him get flushed out of the pocket, and he's trying to look, and there's too many receivers. Look at that. There's 4 DBs over there. You know what I mean? You just got to live to fight another down at that point. Either throw that away or find a way to just run. So Knoll in the first half of the game, right? He was 3 of 4 for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. In the second half, he's 1 for 6 for 1 yard passing. And they still have the lead.
Pretty neat shot there. Jordan Hicks doing almost a Lambeau leap, goes over with the fans and celebrates with his fellow students over on the Calvert Hall student side. Oh, the tradition, something everybody out on the field will remember forever. Loyola has 2 timeouts. First down and 10, 2:56 left to play. Holmes, the running back, and that'll be a loss as Knoll goes down. Had trouble with the snap. Brady Mern in on the tackle.
See, this is sometimes why, like, you know, when you have a heavy shotgun team, you still got to be able to get under center sometimes, just to secure things, to keep it simple. You know, that shotgun snap, it doesn't take very much to disrupt things.
Yeah, ball security #1 now. You're working that clock. Well, likely would burn a timeout if they stop a running play here. Full house backfield. And that's not going to happen.
Nice play.
Wow, O'Connell buried as soon as he got the handoff. Michael Esco.
Man, that was a heck of a read
on him in
part.
a hurry.
He's had a couple big plays today on defense. That was a 5-yard loss right there. Look at this replay. I think he comes right from the outside, completely untouched.
And they do take the timeout, and they stop the clock with 2:09 left. So 1 remaining for Loyola. Going to be about, what, 3rd and 16 coming up. And I think if you're Calvert Hall here, I'm not sure you want to throw the ball and stop the clock, right?
You got to run the ball. Yeah, you got to run the ball.
If you do throw it, maybe like a 3-yard swing pass where you're sure you can complete it.
I would love to see them run the zone read play that they ran on 3rd and 20, or it was 3rd and really long a while back, and the quarterback Knoll took off for like 12 or 14 yards on it. I think they should run that play right here, or maybe even run that play and hand it off, and if they decide they want to come back to it, if they want to go for it, they can run that play.
But I don't think, the result of the play, obviously you want the play to work, but it's more about keeping the clock moving at this point. So here we go, 3rd and long.
Oh, wow, they're throwing it too.
They're looking to throw it. And it is caught for a first down. He made the catch, had to make sure he had the ball, and he did.
It's 4th.
He did.
Yeah, it's 4th and a foot, I believe.
Okay, they mark him just short of the first down.
This is the exact play I was talking about in the last series where he didn't look to that side of the field. Look at this drag route. Boom, he hits him. Remember, he threw it to the other side last time. This time
it is a first down.
First down. Yep.
And that is huge.
So credit Calvert Hall's coaches. They remembered this play and that receiver being open on a previous series, and they came back to it.
Misha Morozov with the biggest catch of this game, and the clock is running now with 1:35 and ticking.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the game.
This is it.
This is the game.
They can only
they can only stop it one more time.
Loyola
right?
can only stop it one more time. They can go victory formation.
Timeout, Calvert Hall. That is their last timeout.
Well, I'm not sure about that, Fim. So they took the timeout, but I mean, I think 20 seconds ran off the clock before they took it. Because I think I looked up and it was 130 something, and now it's down to 112.
Wow.
That 16-yard pass was the longest play of the second half.
Yeah, it became a defensive struggle in the second half, didn't it?
We had a whole bunch of offense early, but then defense shut it down. So let's take a look at the yards here. In the first half, Loyola had 181, Calvert Hall 252. Second half, 65 for Loyola and 41 for Calvert Hall. So total yards in the second half, 106. First half, we were close to 450.
Yeah. It's football.
Yeah. So Calvert Hall trying to get a Turkey Bowl trophy here. Loyola's won 3 of the last 4. You know, a lot of people ask, well, who do you think's going to win? And I said, I really didn't have a strong feeling this year. Both had strengths, kind of different styles, and kind of waited for it to play out. And it turns out to be a close game.
Yeah, what I thought about was Calvert Hall having the advantage kind of in the trenches, size-wise.
Timeout, Loyola.
That's their final. So Loyola has used their last timeout. 1:03 left to play. Ty Ward ready to win his first Turkey Bowl.
Yeah, so to your point earlier, my thought was just kind of looking at it like, you know, from a X's and O's standpoint. I thought Calvert Hall had the advantage size-wise, and I thought that Loyola had the quarterback advantage. And, you know, normally, all things being equal, you're like, okay, well, the team with the better quarterback probably going to win. And what's interesting is that early on, Noel came out and played amazing, right? I mean, the throws, the touch, and then he's running, and then slowly but surely, then, you know, there's some mistakes on special teams, there's a turnover, and then all of a sudden,
off punt.
And then you know, Carlos comes back to life, and he starts throwing the ball all over the place, has a couple throwing touchdowns, and then he rushes for a touchdown. And the quarterbacks definitely put their fingerprints on the game, but ultimately it came down to defense at the end.
Getting the Gatorade ready. Ty Ward get ready for a bath here if Calvert Hall puts this thing away. You can't stop the clock. I don't know what happened, never did take a knee. And there were some whistles. They have a procedure. Ty Ward's out on the field. He wants to talk to the referee. Roddy Knapp over, talking to the Calvert Hall head coach as some of the Loyola Blakefield fans start heading home for the turkey.
Football all day today, Scotty.
Yeah. Triple header in the NFL. Always starts with this one, though, at 10 in the morning. Ty Ward with a thumbs up. So wouldn't you think you'd want to be under center, just take a knee instead of that shotgun snap?
It's probably so uncomfortable for them because they don't do it enough, you know. Taking the long route. I would love to ask Noel how many times he's been under center this season. You know.
Well, I think it's the same thing on the Loyola side.
Yeah. Both quarterbacks. Yeah.
Yeah, Spencer's in the gun all day. Come on, guys. Let's get this thing going, right? Yeah, here we go. A minute and a second left. Loyola cannot stop the clock. They're out of timeouts. It's third down.
Yeah, clock's running.
Now, okay. Once the ball was spotted. Now he'll take a knee. That should do it. Ty Ward headed out to the field. He said, guys, we won the game. It's over. Don't have to take another snap. There's the Calvert Hall fans. They got something to cheer about after Loyola has won 3 of the last 4 Turkey Bowls. Calvert Hall prevails today 28-24, and a pretty good team win, right? Their defense shut them down in the second half. The offense made the big plays in the first half.
Yeah, I think that, Noel came up big early in that first quarter. I mean, just to touch on the couple passes that he threw, they were dimes. I mean, right in the breadbasket. Then he has a touchdown run with his legs. Holmes, my goodness, Holmes was so impressive today as well. He had that long 78-yard touchdown run. And then, once again, Loyola stayed in it. They never gave up. They found ways to make plays on special teams, change momentum. Carlos Spencer had some great throws. He had a touchdown run. It was a really entertaining game.
All right. There's your winning coach. Calvert Hall in the win column today, 28-24. Turkey Bowl 105. We'll be back with more right after this.
Be patient as you leave the working areas and travel home safely.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 105. Brought to you by the Brooks Financial Group. Infinite rewards from finite focus.
You have what it takes to protect this house.
Want a forecast you can count on? Watch WMAR-2 News.
At Loyola Blakefield, learning is just the beginning. Here, faith and friendship light the way.
Rooted in our Catholic Jesuit tradition, we guide young men to seek God in all things, in their studies, in service to others, and in moments that shape who they are and who they're called to be.
From grades 6 through 12, Loyola is more than a school. It's a home where boys grow in faith, character, and purpose.
Begin your journey today and discover why Loyola Blakefield is the region's #1 school for boys.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
Roll the dice on tradition. Own a piece of Cardinal history. Monopoly Baltimore Edition available now.
The WMAR Toy Drive is underway.
We're collecting toys like this for Johns Hopkins Children's Center in support of parents with a hospitalized child.
So swing by our TV station now through December 15th and drop off a toy.
For the 4th consecutive year, Loyola Blakefield has been named the Baltimore Sun's best private school in the region.
Rooted in our proud Catholic Jesuit tradition of faith and excellence, we inspire students to learn, lead, and serve.
Discover more at loyolablakefield.org.
Forget about what we've already done. Since 1845, you haven't caught us standing still. That's us reaching even higher, soaring to new heights, like only Cardinals can. This is Calvert Hall College High School, and we're just getting warmed up.
Follow WMAR-2 News on social media for daily content.
Loyola Blakefield is honored to be named the best private high school in the region by the Daily Record.
Guided by our Catholic Jesuit mission, we form young men of faith, purpose, and compassion.
Begin your family's journey at loyolablakefield.org.
I'm Mallory Safaste. Watch Matter for Mallory only on WMAR-2 News.
What motivates you? Is it your teammates? Is it you?
Boys.
Our Riley Oyster bold play of the game comes from the defensive side, and Jordan Hicks, a super sophomore cornerback, makes a big play for the Hall.
Yeah, basically this sealed the game right here,
Yeah,
right?
that put it
things were
away.
contentious right there. Was a defensive struggle at the end of in the second half, and that play right there, that was the closer.
So that's our bold play of the game, our Loyola University Maryland player of the game. Here he goes, Ace Holmes. See you later.
Yeah, Holmes, 9 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown today, 12.4 yards per carry. That 78-yarder was huge. Huge momentum for them. He kind of kept the pressure on Loyola in the first half, and kudos to him, player of the game.
And it'll be interesting. Here are our final stats. The big total yards, how about that?
Yeah.
Even at 280, but we had huge numbers in the first half. Both offenses, big plays, hitting in the passing game. Calvert Hall running the football, and then everything kind of slowed down in that second half.
Yeah, well, you know, it's interesting. It's always about the turnover battle. I think 80% of games that are won are based on by the team who wins the turnover battle. In this game, they ended up 1 for 1, but it was a turnover that put Loyola back in the game, and it was a turnover that sealed the game for Calvert Hall.
Well, we saw some good quarterback play today, Femi, and good news for both of these teams. Both of these quarterbacks are back for another run. As a matter of fact, Carlos Spencer, he's just a sophomore, but Noel, a junior, he'll be back for Calvert Hall. 2 new coaches who lost some players when they come in, because that always happens when you change head coaches. Some kids transfer, and I think both teams will be even better next year with another year in these systems.
Yeah, for Noel, my critique would be learn to see the whole field, get comfortable looking at the whole field, don't predetermine anything. In the case of Carlos Spencer, don't feel rushed, don't take unnecessary risk. And if those 2 kids can learn from this game, they'll be well served going into next season.
Fun sharing this with you.
Yeah, thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
So again, our final score today from Johnny Unitas Stadium: Calvert Hall wins Turkey Bowl 105, 28-24 over the Loyola Dons. Special thanks to the schools, both Loyola, Calvert Hall, the coaches, the staffs, all those who help us out with this broadcast. And a big thank you to the Brooks Financial Group for their sponsorship of Turkey Bowl 105. This has been a presentation of WMAR-2 Sports. For Femi Ambadesio, Jack Watson, and our entire